And one more thing. I hate puppies. It's good podcast.
I feel threatened.
I'm on my way back from London.
I love your Stu.
Wasn't enough Louisiana in that, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm too educated. I don't know how to
You do
do
have
that.
all your teeth.
Yeah.
Most of them.
The important ones.
Not enough inbreeding.
I'll get there.
You're working on it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Is he?
Not that I'm aware of. I heard the statement and I'm like, how do I walk that
I don't
back?
want to agree with this.
Yeah. Sounds a little rough. Can't wait to meet that cousin, though. Now you got me thinking. Who don't I know about?
It's a third cousin, so you know.
Yeah. What do you mean Denise Richards, my cousin? I'm your sister. I'm your sister. Wasn't that her?
Jamie Presley.
Jamie Presley, yes. She was
The blonde Denise
fantastic.
Richards.
That's about right.
Yeah.
That's about right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and ultimately helping you figure out what it is you should be drinking this weekend or avoiding like the plague. I feel like lately we've been on a hot streak. We've sent some good. Well, we've about 50-50.
Yeah,
I'd say.
we went on a run, and now we're kind of going on a negative run, I think.
Well, whatever we drank during the boo boo, that hit.
Yeah. I'd say on the year, y'all are definitely more in the plus side
Been a good
for
year
this year.
for beer.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing
Year to
all
date,
right.
you're in the green.
And I'm gaining weight.
That's how you know you're in the green.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Oh, you know, it was good. This beer. Let's do more of that.
No, see what I'm drinking right here,
I was
Troy.
just seeing
he
you
did say
drinking
he's
a
only gonna have one
24
beer today.
ounce Heineken.
Yeah, I said I only wanted to have one beer before the deli, trying to slow it down. Now, of course, I'm already halfway through this.
Nice.
But it's the tall boy Heineken.
Yeah.
And the reason...
That's the 24. That's not even the 22.
Yeah, well, you know.
Does he look like a guy that gets shortchanged for
No.
anything?
No.
Only
Full
the
price.
That's right. No, the reason I got this, I'd been wanting a tall boy Heineken all weekend.
Why Heineken specifically, though?
It's something about the tall Heineken I just love. Remember when it used to come in the giant 22-ounce bottle?
Yeah.
And I always thought that was so
That's
cool.
a grocery store special.
Yeah.
Or convenience store special.
Yep.
Well, so I've been in 7-Elevens all weekend because my daughter asked me if she could go get an icy, and I told her absolutely not. And then she was like, well, can we get like slushies? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And
There's one. There's only one.
She finally pieced it together. It's like, can we go to Slurpee? And I was like, I thought you'd never ask. We went to get a Slurpee.
I was like, this is a new side of dadding that I haven't heard from you of like no sour, fruity, sugary drinks.
Yeah, see, he made you think he was going down. I'm going to do the right
That's
thing.
what I was
But no, he
confused
was
by.
just waiting to get to the right wrong thing.
Just the brand loyalty
Yeah.
with this guy.
If you think about it, though, that is
very on brand
that's
for you.
Very on
Very
brand.
on brand.
I'm trying to instill brand loyalty.
Only the finest
in-
things.
Yes. It's like, you want a what? An icy? Misspelled with 2 E's?
Yeah.
No, you're not getting an icy.
What are we, a poor family?
Yeah. You got to get those at some like redneck Fast Mart or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's just the ghetto Slurpee. Like the high end is
Didn't
Slurpee.
Burger King used to carry ices also?
I feel like that might be a
Yeah,
thing.
like
That
I
adds up.
feel like I remember like a root beer icy that I used to always get there.
Burger King is the knockoff of McDonald's. So,
That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
Have you, speaking of McDonald's, have you heard that they're now running ads about how their Diet Coke tastes better than other people's Diet Coke?
I've heard that they actually do have a different.
I think they probably do.
This is factual because I went to McDonald's 2 weeks ago, and it was late at night, and it was the only burger we could get. We were coming back from Florida, and it was like close to 11, but we knew we weren't going to get
Close to
home
an
until like
interstate.
3, so we're
Yeah.
like, let's eat dinner late. We stopped by McDonald's, and I'll be damned if it wasn't the best McDonald's hamburger I've had
Really?
in years. I was like, this is how it used to taste,
Yeah.
but I got a Diet Coke.
Yeah. The
And I was
Sprite, too.
blown
Yeah, their Sprite's known for being really good.
Well, their Coke, everyone knows their Coke's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I stopped on the way here specifically because I really just wanted a Coke, and I
It's
was
the
like,
best one.
Well, there's a McDonald's, and yeah, it's the best.
Well,
Because they
fountain
don't-
drinks are always
Yeah,
better anyway.
than like soda than soft drinks out of a can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, McDonald's Coke is pure though. It hasn't been cut, at all.
Straight
They
from
get it
Colombia.
straight from the tap.
Like it is the purest Coke.
It has
you're gonna
Coke,
get.
like original Coke
yeah,
in it.
it's the exactly.
They stay
Like,
true.
What more?
They stay true to the 1800s patent.
Yep.
That's exactly right. I can't
Sticklers
feel
for
my teeth.
Gee, damn it. It's written here in this patent and we're going to do it that way.
Very big letter of the law, guys.
Yeah.
With this one specific thing.
Yeah, outside of that,
Yeah.
chicken nuggets. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's pork, but
There has
this,
to be cow in a burger? Maybe not. But
Depends
the
what
Coke.
your definition of cow is. Really.
Yeah, but the Coke.
yeah, the Coke is uncut.
Cow of the sea.
But yeah,
Ooh, manatee. I've heard manatee's actually quite good. If you-
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just
there's no way you can eat that.
you can't
like
now.
legally.
No,
Okay.
now.
Oh,
Not
so it's just
legally.
like handed down stories of how
Look-
great it used to be.
Yeah, because I looked it up. I
Oh,
was
you know
like,
some motherfuckers ate that shit back in the day. Like
Yeah,
down in Florida,
sea
like
cow.
it's just floating right next to you. They're like, holy shit.
look at the
Look at the
size
meat
of
on
this.
that.
This thing just swam right up to me.
Apparently,
dummy.
it's
Your rowboat will catch it. Like it's you don't need a power boat. You don't need twin 300s on the back of that thing to go offshore and hunt down a sailfish. Like that thing will swim right up to you.
isn't that the truth? You can drunkenly stagger down
Yeah.
your dock and just wait there with a spear.
Yep.
And it'll
here, little manatee.
It'll come up and be like,
It's like the
"Hello, friend."
Oh, you got me a
more
stick.
like a water buffalo. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. I think a buffalo probably put up a bigger fight.
yeah, that's true. I'd be more scared of a buffalo.
Fuck yeah.
yeah. I'm not all that scared.
Maybe
of
the
manatee.
sea cow is the actual proper.
Apparently, it was pretty tasty back in the day. Like,
How far back in the day are we talking?
30 years.
I mean, yeah. When did
couple
we,
100 years.
When did we start caring about animals that were going
10 minutes
extinct?
ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's probably like what, a 50-year-old thing where we started going, "Oh, that's endangered."
If
Like-
that.
Like we wiped out those
Yeah.
buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Manatees are protected by the Marine Mammal Protection Act of 1972, the Endangered
There you
Species
go.
Act of 1973, and the Florida Manatee Sanctuary Act of 1978.
That's exactly 50 years ago, 72.
Boom. I just make this shit up and I'm spot on.
And that probably only came into fruition once the props of, power boats started killing them by the thousands. They're
Oh,
like, we should do something about this. There's a lot of blood being spilled in Biscayne Bay.
Well, you're ruining the props.
You know what these screws cost for this boat?
Props are expensive.
Huh. All right. So
They really are.
a couple other manatee facts here. We're in Manatee Minute now, right now. Yeah. Lifespan of about 60 years. No known natural
God.
enemies. Makes sense.
For humans.
Yeah. Donzies.
Yeah. Apparently, starting in the 18th century, when the English declared Florida a manatee sanctuary and made manatee hunting illegal, people have worked to protect the species. In 1893, manatees first received protection under Florida law. So it sounds like it's been even longer. So
What the hell?
Even then, they were like, this is not sporting.
yeah,
Like,
back before they had like really accurate weapons, they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like, "This
yeah.
really isn't fair,
yeah,
guys."
they're like, Dad, I killed my 8th manatee today. Yeah. Big
In
damn
1907, the law was revised to impose a fine of $500 and/or 6 months of jail time for assaulting or killing a manatee. In 1907.
Allow
Wow.
me to read my article.
Uh-oh.
Manatee meat is a delicacy because it was the only source of meat on many islands at the time when fish was eaten 3 times a day. So you can imagine what a treat manatee meat was. It's also delicious because it's simply delicious. As good as beef and pork. Some would say even better. Boom.
This sounds like somebody who specifically really, really, really wants to still hunt and eat manatees. It's delicious because it's simply delicious.
Sounds like a cannibal. Like, you've never had human, but let me tell you, it is amazing.
I guess outside of the U.S., I'm sure there are probably still places that still allow this.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, if you're stranded on an island, of course, get that sea cow, baby.
There you go. Guess, does it taste like chicken? No. Tastes like beef.
Your article was not very scientific.
Yeah.
This is like a blog that somebody wrote trying to convince somebody that, manatees probably would be good to eat.
It's probably like let's eat manatees.org.
.net.
Yeah.
No, you guys are
We're
yucking it
a
up.
nonprofit, and we're here to spread the good news about how delicious a manatee is.
I wonder if you could angle it to be like, with cows, there's so much like the methane gas release and
Oh, yeah.
affecting the, the ozone. we can hunt manatees instead.
Save the cows and eat the manatees?
Yeah.
So this guy here is saying it's a $500 charge and in prison for 60 days. But if those punishments don't deter you and you can afford it, you should kill and eat a manatee. It's that good.
This guy is awful.
Shit.
That's some.
This guy's, I've been to jail 17 times. It is the damnedest thing.
Maybe like once you get the taste of manatee, like you can't unwant it. Like he's just
It
like
sounds like it. He's jonesing for it.
yeah,
right
he's
now.
like he's doing the old Dave Chappelle scratching his neck. Like anybody got any more of that manatee?
That manatee meat?
just hanging out at dockside bars.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, looks like he ran over a manatee. Let me go out there and check on him.
Oh no, I did a deep dive when I was in Florida one day, just manatee meat, and I found recipes and shit. And
That's
like,
crazy.
apparently in Portugal, they get away with it a little more.
Well, again, I was searching for, is it illegal to eat manatee?
Yeah.
You were just like, how can I eat manatee?
Brandon's searching for best manatee restaurants in my area.
Exactly. On Yelp, just
Yeah.
searching manatee.
Code word federal fine. Thank you. Coming in.
I'll do 60 days in jail if you save half the meat for me.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? It's like a pheasant, the tiny little bird. And I don't know, not gonna be able to remember the name, but it's a tiny little baby bird, basically, that was a super rare delicacy kind of thing. They got outlawed in France.
Oh, this is the one you'd eat bones and all?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm aware.
But you have to wear like a shroud over your head to like,
Yes.
help hide your shame and everything.
Yes,
Like,
I know the one.
yeah.
Yes.
I wish I could remember the name of it, but that's
Bones and all?
Oh,
They
yeah.
literally, because it's so small and the bones are so delicate that you literally, and they say
Just
that
like one bite?
the hood isn't for the shame. A true connoisseur knows that the hood is there so you can waft in the aroma from it because it's that good. So you put the hood over your head and then you eat it because the aroma is part of the flavor.
That's how you're gonna advocate for it. Yes, but on like traditional speaking,
Brendan has a taste
back
for
in-
some
he does.
crazy shit.
I don't eat meat that I don't have to put a hood on to savor the aroma.
it's the ortolan bunting. Is what it's called.
Sounds delicious.
But yeah, it's a tiny little bird. Looks like a little
every
finch
other
or
little
whatever.
bird,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you eat
All right,
that.
well, let's try it with other birds then.
Well, so
Crushing sparrows in the yard.
Yeah.
the trick is actually that if you render down a manatee and make the gravy, you need manatee gravy on that particular bird. Now
that fat
that's
from the
a delicacy.
manatee on
That's-
that bird.
that is heavenly. And if you can find, there's a flour, a particular grain of flour that's almost extinct, and you can get that. And you make these biscuits.
They only have 7 left, but if you're willing to spend 6 years in jail, you know,
So
you
that's
can have
what
the
you have
best
to
night
make.
of your life.
You make the biscuit out of that. So
Is that
like,
the one that's drizzled with the human femur marrow?
that's
on top?
disgusting.
Okay, it's not the same one.
No, you've gone too far. Unbelievable.
No.
I've eaten some weird shit.
Obviously.
Like I remember we were in like Jamaica and they had like oxtail on the menu and I was like, sold. I got to have the oxtail. And I was like, this is fantastic. My wife's looking at me like, you were the most disgusting. I'm like, it's oxtail.
I can't
dude.
take your grade on it because you're the guy that would try it and then not say you don't like it because I
Oh,
think
no. Like I ate bull's testicles once and I tell you, they are disgusting.
you had to taste them though to know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you bite in and like when you bite in, it's hard to get through it. And then when you get through it,
Yes.
remember that gum gushers?
Yes.
It gushers.
It gushered in your mouth?
Yeah. It goes and it's like
Like a
the-
testicle's known to do.
Honestly, I'd rather take a shot of bull semen than eat another testicle. That's how gross it was. Like from the tap, the gush is disgusting.
It does sound gross.
Yeah. I mean, even without trying it, I'm pretty sure to say
As the
it's
only
gross.
ball eater here, Brendan,
Yeah.
we'll let you continue to be the expert on that.
Yeah.
The Rocky Mountain oysters. I've had them more than once.
Yeah, because you can't get enough balls in your mouth.
Any way you can prepare them, fry them, saute them.
People don't have a taste for sheep's testicles anymore. It's funny farm.
Yeah.
But I remember one time we got them at this restaurant and they were fucking gross. And my sister went to the
If
bathroom.
you didn't like them, why do you keep ordering them?
Same reason Malort. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
there were new people there and I was like, you got to order the Rocky
I feel like
Mountain
one's
oyster.
not the same as the other.
Oh, you think Malort's not made from bull semen? You're crazy.
No, but I feel like I don't have to bite through the Malort.
True.
You just kind of coat your tongue,
Yeah.
your throat, and everything.
Yes.
My sister went to the bathroom and she left her sandwich there. And I filled that bitch with bull's testicles.
No.
And she came back and took a bite and was like, "What is this?"
Oh my gosh.
I laughed hysterically.
Yeah,
See
you
why
did.
you're not invited to the family things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that.
They
That'll
didn't
do
take the manatee steaks that you brought or the ortolan.
They'd eat them. Put them in a little Italian dressing. You just got to marinate them steaks for Italian dressing for about 3 hours.
The ortolans you marinate in brandy, and then you like fatten it up like a goose, which you're trying to get like foie gras from. So they just force feed this bird till it gets so fat, and then to kill it after you've literally fed it to death,
You just insult it, you fat piece of shit, until it just dies.
you soak it in brandy, and that's what
You drown it?
Yeah.
Drown it in.
No wonder it tastes so good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is. I would eat it. Are you?
would
Is
too.
it legal?
In France, it's illegal to poach them. So technically, I don't think there's a way to legally
They
source
farm them?
I don't know if they do or not. The article I was reading through says that they still black markets and everything else capture and kill like 30,000 or so a year, basically. But they only come through France when they're migrating. So it's like a limited time during the year that you can get them and things like that.
You think
What are
they
those
turn
nets
left?
above that restaurant for?
Yeah.
Just big old nets.
Over time, you think they'd be like, "Hey, don't go through
Yeah,
France.
yeah,
We're gonna migrate
Yeah.
this way."
They
Did
fly
you guys
through
notice
Germany.
we like lost like half the flock when we flew over that one
Fuck
country?
did Larry go?
I know he knows how to get there. We do this every year.
And his dad did it. And his dad did it. And his dad did it.
It's very odd. I assume you guys have had like frog legs and shit,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I have had frog legs.
They're tasty as shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It was okay. I wasn't too impressed.
The place up in Churchill here, Grisette, they did a frog leg chicken wing on their menu back
That would be
last
great.
fall or so. Yeah, like marinated it, barbecued it up.
I
It's good as
missed
hell.
my shot at cicadas last year. We had so many cicadas.
They'll
and
be
I-
back.
I found this place in Northern Virginia that had like supposedly the best cicada tacos. Like they were crushing
Oh,
it.
I bet on a taco that'd be good as shit.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Well, you
So-
had the crunch, right?
Yeah, but you still get a little bit of meat there, but you
Yeah.
crunch some
Yeah.
salsa on top.
Oh, and that's the way they did it. They said they would saute them, but they had a way of.
My thing is, are we out of beef and chicken?
You've had cricket.
Yeah, that animal that insect protein is just gross.
Yeah, I tried the cricket. I was like, this is really underwhelming.
Yeah.
I was glad. I was proud to be an American that day. Like, I think I'm out on this. But yeah, I there's really not much of anything you could put in front of me if it's prepared.
yeah, that you
But
wouldn't
I
give a
won't.
shot.
Yeah, I'll try it. I regret tons of it.
Yeah.
But like, there's a goat burrito here in town.
Oh, really?
At Karina's, the Jamaican joint.
Yeah.
Man, that goat burrito is fantastic. Like, I'd be willing to say that if you go up there, it's the best burrito they have. And they have beef and chicken,
Interesting.
but they do the goat just right. I'm
that.
starting to fade on octopus.
Octopus is one that very much has to be prepared just right.
When it gets chewy.
30 seconds too long on a grill or on a skillet, chewy, undercooked, disgusting. But there's a very, very small window that is so perfect.
But I'm starting to actually feel bad for that animal.
Because you think they're so smart?
Yeah.
I just think they're so cool too.
They are
Like,
cool as
watching
shit.
them camo like roll up on something and disappear. You're like, dude, that
Oh,
was
those
sick.
motherfuckers are aliens, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's straight alien.
Like two of my favorite like animal videos you can ever find are octopuses escaping from like their tanks in an aquarium, and you just see them like sauntering around the
they
back
just-
of an aquarium,
They figure it out.
or penguins escaping from their containers in an aquarium.
Are
where
they good at that too?
No, but when they happen to get Troy, they don't have thumbs. How the fuck are they getting
Yeah.
out?
You made it sound like they get out all the time.
Yeah, just like
I
somebody.
thought you were
close
going to
the-
say those cuttlefish that do like the crazy mimicking. Have you ever seen the
yeah,
videos
yeah.
of those guys? They can like do all the changing colors and shapes and like mimicking
Yeah, they're
other.
cool.
But the funny thing with the penguins is it's always a security camera, and you'll see the penguin like waddling down the hallway across it, and then like 30 seconds later he comes back because
Waddling
he's like
back.
wrong way. He keeps going around.
That's the thing. Penguins are adorable.
fucking love
Octopus, you're
penguins.
like, what is he up to?
Yeah.
Like that dude. He's
Yeah.
doing something. Penguins are like,
An
oh,
octopus on
shit.
land. An octopus on land looks like it's gonna murder you.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Would you guys ever drink snake wine?
What
What is that?
Yeah.
So
Is that where they put the corpse snake in the wine and like
they put the cobra in the damn.
Oh, that helps like ferment it.
It's supposed to be like quite the aphrodisiac. And,
Interesting.
I don't buy any of that.
Well, it's it's the same logic behind we got to kill all these rhinos and elephants to get the tusk because a little bit of that's great for hard-ons.
Yeah.
Which,
I think we figured out the hard-on game over here in the U.S. of A. I don't think we need to drink snake wine and kill rhinos.
we pieced it together, but there was a long time there where balding men with flaccid penises needed a help.
Need a rhino, yeah.
And they would you get desperate.
When a man can't have his manatee when he wants it.
I guess that's true.
Yes.
I guess, we're young enough. That's nothing we've ever had to deal with for health reasons and because Viagra's been around 20 years. But like, imagine 100 years ago, like if you're junk on working and you're 40 years old, you're like, son of a.
Now what do I do for the rest of my
I'm
life?
gonna need some snake wine and some rhino tusk stat.
Pronto.
I got a big date.
I'm 5'5", 225 pounds. I'm bald and my penis doesn't work. Oh my God.
Like, give me some
Kill
snake
everything
wine.
and crush it into dust. I'll
try it all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard Napoleon was a big peace guy until his little dick stopped working, and then he just fucking
Went on a
started
rampage.
ransacking everything.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, it's over. I'd rather just kill.
Or be killed.
Yeah. What do I
Worst
care?
case, get taken out of my misery.
Yeah, that's how they would select kamikazes. Hey, does your dick work? No, I got a job for you.
Yeah. You like flying?
Not for long.
You like crashing?
Yeah. We haven't learned landing yet. We'll get to that.
I learned something the other day that in World War One, when they first were using planes in like aerial combat,
Okay.
they were trying to like keep weight on the planes so low that they weren't mounting guns on planes. And in World War One, you had like the hand crank machine gun, I think.
Yeah, you had a
like,
little Gatlin.
like
style.
repeating guns or whatever else.
And it would when the propeller would go by,
It would shoot between
it
the
would
propeller.
hit a thing, and it could fire right. That alone is a modern marvel to me.
So before they were doing that, they basically would carry like grenades on the planes and like tiny small bombs because they wanted to keep the weight on the plane so low. So what?
You just drop them.
Yeah, you would just throw it over the side or whatever. So what two pilots would do from like Britain and Germany when they were fighting is they would pull out handguns and shoot at each other while they're flying the
Hell
plane.
yeah.
That's gangster.
That is gangster.
Not only am I going to send your ass down, but I'm going to send you down with a bullet in your head too.
Oh
like,
my God. You
how
won't even
fucking
know.
badass
You're
is
already
that?
dead.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, take your hand off the controls.
You
Well,
just
especially
lean it
because
out the
planes
side.
were like 10 years old at the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like they hadn't figured out how to like mount guns on it. So some guy was like, I got this problem solved. I'll take mine with me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly. I had 8 shots. That's all I need.
I got 2 6-shooter revolvers in here with me. I'm golden.
It's black powder.
Yeah.
They're pushing pushing the powder down the muzzle.
It's crazy too, just the thing about those planes in World War I and World War II. They were all mechanical. Like there's no computer systems in any of them. Like
None.
the fuel gauge actually had a float in the tank, and like if it didn't work, like you had to crank the landing gear up and down. Like you had to manually open doors. You had to pull back on the yoke under your own power. Like
And they were carbureted. And anyone who's driven a carbureted car, you know how unreliable carburetors are.
Yeah.
And you're just flying across the ocean, carburetor.
hoping this thing's gonna keep chugging along.
Yeah. So like,
those dudes are badass in their biplanes.
Yeah, drawings and some photos of like people literally just reaching out, firing off pistol shots, trying to like.
And you got to get close enough to get off a good shot.
Absolutely.
So like, you're running so many
It's
risks.
insane. So like World War I pilots, I think, are up there on the list of like most badass.
Orville and Wilbur just crying. That's not what we made this for.
We made this plane for peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the Red Baron.
Yeah.
He was flying around in the Sopwith Camel.
Snoopy.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Dude, no, I did
Snoopy
want
was
to talk
a
about,
fucking G out here with his gas.
That's right.
I did want to talk about snake wine.
The old flyby shootings.
We don't do that here, Brendan. We just move on.
No. So snake wine, what you do is you take like a poisonous cobra and you drop it in the liquor or you drop it in the wine, and it's supposed to give you like.
While it's alive?
So apparently, if you don't like kill them dead completely and you drop them in there, snakes will actually like go into a state of hibernation in the alcohol. It'll like pickle them and they will like close up and they'll sit there. So occasionally you'll pop one of these and the fucking snake will come out.
Like the air gets in there and he's like, I'm back, bitch.
Yeah. And so there was,
but not after like years and years and years.
apparently after quite some time. So there
Wow.
was like a guy in China like last month. He got some of this snake wine, must have had a big date. And he popped the top and this fucking thing bit him on the nose and killed him.
Wow.
So he was just dead next to the snake wine. And then I started looking it up. And you get one of these every couple years where the snake's not dead enough.
Well, I've seen venomous snakes, like you can cut their head off and their reflexes will still bite. Like a headless snake can still bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one says still alive after 1 year in a sealed liquor jar.
Liquor jar 1 year.
But it says, yeah.
You know what? That's on you, though. If you pick up a bottle with a snake in it and you go, no, you know what I want to do? Open this bottle and drink from it.
Yeah.
That's on you, brother.
But they've got, you get those like, you ever seen the scorpion lollipops and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah.
And like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I've licked them, but I haven't gotten into the scorpion. Like, I don't
You
want
haven't
any,
found the scorpion?
I don't want any part of that.
You've also seen Jurassic Park, like they just bring
Yeah.
them back from like the little piece of amber. Like,
Yeah, I don't need this stuff, man. But
You
yeah,
drink
people,
tequila with the worm in it?
yeah, I've had the worm.
The mezcal?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a rite of passage. It's like 7 down in Nogales. But I've definitely had the worm. You do have to have that. And it's just a basic little growth. It's easy. Get that down. I mean, I told you all the story where I ate that albino frog
Yep.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat anything once.
we've heard 30
Sometimes
minutes in,
twice.
everything you've had.
Yeah. Oh, they're having this Heineken. Oh, that was the whole reason. So I was in 7-Eleven. I was in 7-Eleven and I was getting the Slurpee and I was like, oh, you know what else I want? Like,
Snake wine,
I wanted a tall
bull
Heineken.
testes.
No, tall Heineken.
okay.
Albino frog.
All the above. Which you can just get in one big bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that's in there. Like, is this a manatee? Oh, perfect. But so I went looking for the Heineken. They didn't have it. Like, they had all the crazy, the Four Locos, the Wild Irish Rose, all the crazy shit, but they didn't have any tall Heinekens. So I was like, that's odd. So I went to another 7-Eleven. Kids got more Slurpees.
And now you're on a mission.
Yeah, now you got it in your head.
Went in, didn't have the tall Heinekens. I was like, what the? Went into a Sheetz, didn't have a tall Heineken. I'm like, when did the tall Heineken go out of style? They used to be in every single, that was the standard.
Yeah.
Like, tall Heineken, $2.
Well, wasn't Heineken also like, I won't say like the first international beer that was really popular and introduced in the U.S. by any means, but wasn't that like a hugely popular, hey, this is fancy because it's,
status
from
symbol.
Europe?
Oh, yeah.
It was a status symbol. You'd walk around a party with,
Yeah.
Why do you think he wanted legs?
yeah.
I'm the classiest homeless bum out here with my tall Heineken.
Yeah. Ew, what is that, OE? This is a Heineken. But I finally found it in some
I
gas
tear the
station.
brown bag halfway off around so you can see the green. You know it.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's just obvious. But so I finally found it today. This was probably my 5th place looking for it. And I saw it and I was like, yes. And all they had, originally I saw a little like 16-ounce slim can. And I was like, you done ruined the Heineken. You made it into a slim can. And they were selling
As someone who
that.
drinks a ton of Slim Can products, I just still don't like them. I don't like them.
I hate that you have to have a separate koozie for it. That's
Yeah.
my single gripe with it.
That is really annoying as a man who has way too many koozies.
Yeah. I have way too many koozies that fit a perfect 12-ounce can.
They now make like
Yeah.
the hard ones that will fit both.
I know, but what am I going to do? Carry around a hard,
Yeah.
like slim can koozie thing?
No,
Pain in the
No.
ass.
I'm not.
No.
I just won't get slim cans. Or let them get warm.
Yeah.
That'll show it.
Counterpoint, just drink it faster.
There you go.
Well, you should be able to.
Yeah.
There's zero anything in it. And you should be able to.
Pour it in a 40-ounce Yeti over ice. That's the best way to do it.
A 40-ounce Yeti over ice. Like
Yeah.
a
Or
seltzer?
24-ounce Yeti. Yeah.
You're talking
something with
about like
ice. Yeah. Any seltzer.
Interesting.
Good over ice.
I've never had it over ice.
Yeah. It waters it down, but I just think it's helps it stay a little more effervescent.
I mean, I've been taking my Topo Chicos, the non-alcoholic Topo Chicos. I've been pouring them in my cup over ice, and I'm like, this is fantastic.
My wife bought me the new Sonic hard seltzers.
Yeah, so what is the deal here? This is like they're doing limeades or something?
Limeade, cherry limeade, lemonade, and berry lemonade.
Like in a store, not at Sonic.
Not at Sonic.
Oh, dude. So I was in the 7-Eleven. Guess what I saw? They had one of those, like when you go to Five Guys and you can do like pick your own flavors of all the Cokes.
Yeah.
They had a Slurpee machine where you could dial it
Coke
in.
freestyle things.
Yeah.
So you could
freestyle a Slurpee.
Wow.
You're making dope suicides.
Can we talk about back to like the Coca-Cola thing though?
Yeah, sure.
Do we agree that like the freestyle machines have a far less like Coke product in them? Like they always feel so diluted.
They do feel a little diluted, but it could be that I have like 4 different kinds of Sprite in there too. So like I don't know. It's pretty.
I also
tough.
feel there's like anything, there's more room for error, more things to fail. So like a lot of times you see them, they're not even working, or they're out of this, and it's like
I've also heard too that the canisters for them are so much smaller because they got to fit 80 different things in the thing. But I feel like so often when you go to the freestyle machines, you put your cup up there and the Coke comes out more clear, and it's it's a bad batch or whatever. Like we gotta swap it out. But I feel like that happens all the time in the freestyle machines.
No, now that you say it, when you get a Coke out of the freestyle machine, it's not coming out.
I want it to look like
dark. It's like
it's mixing the syrup with the soda.
Exactly.
But it looks like it's more 50-50 and not like 70-30. Like it just doesn't look the same consistency.
We're typically, I was gonna say, like at McDonald's, you have the whole bag basically. It's pre-made and it's just like run through the fountain and you're out. But yeah, the freestyle machines are mixing everything actively at once. That probably is it.
This is bullshit.
Fuck that shit.
The man. They're cutting like 2% less Coke out of it and like saving a bajillion
They're weaning
dollars
people off of it.
And then they're just hitting us up with an extra bag of fries that we don't think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody falls for that
here.
extra bag of fries. You're like, that's 20 cents of product for you. Like that's half a potato, and we're all like, awesome. And it's like, I can't eat all this.
Their fries aren't even that good. Unless they
Ooh, I don't know.
Unless they are you just got them fresh out the fryer.
Yes. Get them Cajun style.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn tasty.
I like a more crispy fry though. That's my thing.
Yeah, they can be soggy.
They can be soggy, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they immediately come out of the fryer, then they are probably
It doesn't
top
help
5.
too when you're like, you're eating unhealthy and you get the bag of fries and the fries are getting ready to come through the bag.
Oh yeah, I'm
there's
always
so much
worried that they're
grease.
gonna rip
You're
through.
like, I feel even grosser now.
That's the Five Guys sleight of hand. Look at all these fries. Haha, gypped you on your Coke.
Well, I guess I'm not going to Five Guys for the Coke though either. I'm going for the fries.
Part
and for the
of me
burger.
is like I'm ecstatic.
No, I'm going to McDonald's for the Coke.
I don't drink
but
soda.
I like the freestyle machine.
Yeah,
I like to
I
mix
just
it
never got
up.
into it. I was too like, I don't know,
Bro, I could spend all day in the Fanta section
just
alone.
trying out 2 different ones at a time, standing there.
Dude, and every Coke has to have a hit of vanilla Coke in there just to tweak it that little bit. Oh man, you know what? Let's shut this down.
Boy needs a fix.
Yeah, I need a bag of fries and a cherry vanilla Coke with a splash of grape Fanta. Stat.
I do feel like I lucked out when I stopped at McDonald's tonight because of course I got fries too because you're at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed as soon as you said you got a Coke, I was like, ooh, Coke and fries. That does sound good. I just assumed the fries were picked up.
Like I said, I feel like I absolutely lucked out. The Coke is top notch, A1. The fries were absolutely fresh. Like I had to wait at the window for just a minute, and because I only got fries, I knew they're making fries.
Yes.
And they
Damn right.
came out and they were so hot and crispy.
I never go anywhere for a soda. I don't drink it. Now I'll get a soda. Like if I get a combo and it comes with soda, I'll get a soda. But I'm never like seeking out whatever for whatever brand of soda or the freestyle machine.
I very, very rarely will drink a soda, but every now and then when I get a hankering for I want a Coca-Cola,
Yes.
nothing else will do until I have it. Tea won't work, water won't work, beer doesn't work. It's like I just really want a Coke right now.
I am funny about Cokes.
Yeah.
That is the one I won't give up Coke.
Yeah.
But I do love a Coke Zero.
I don't really like any of like the diety drink ones.
Have you
And-
tried the Starlight Coke?
No, I don't know what that is.
The what Coke?
They released some new Coke. It's called Starlight Coke. It's a limited edition.
Oh yeah. We tried the Nitro Coke vanilla.
Oh, that was that Pepsi. And honestly, I thought it was too soft.
Was it Pepsi?
Yeah, and it was too
okay.
soft.
It was too soft.
The Nitro actually screwed it up.
I do think Coke Zero is delicious though.
I love Coke Zero.
The new flavor is inspired by space, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
No, this is like a review of
Oh, okay. I thought that was their motto.
No, but that's their thing. They're like, it tastes like space. And you're like, what?
a space-inspired Coca-Cola product that is supposed to recreate the taste and feel of space. However, it's hard to say what space is supposed to taste like.
Yeah, but what the hell are we talking about?
That's stupid.
But if you go by this beverage, space tastes kind of like minty cotton candy sprinkled with vanilla and has sort of a red tint.
Where can you buy it?
Sheets.
And what's it called?
Starlight.
Coke Starlight.
Yep, Coke Starlight. It's like either purple or pink.
Yeah, it's like a...
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, it looks like a pinkish, kind of red and orange and
Interesting.
pink kind of starburst looking.
See, I wasn't too far off. I was going out on a limb just to even mention the color. But I remember
Yeah.
looking at it and
He
going,
said cotton candy, so you would think pink.
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
might try that.
Yeah,
I've got one inside, but I promised it to the kids, so I'd hate to like go steal their Coke.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So apparently there's a new thing called Coca-Cola Creations, a platform that is supposed to have a series of new innovations and expressions.
The fuck?
Why are we doing these days? Just like, we don't need more of this.
Oh, we do. It's
We do not need more just ridiculously sugary drinks that are just rotten teeth out and killing people
Well,
slowly.
that's why I bought a Coke Zero.
Yeah,
Do you think dentists actually like help fund
I know,
things
right?
like this?
Yeah.
So it's job security. Like, don't drink your Coke. Here's money, Coke.
I mean, doctors used to say, smoke Camel.
Yeah.
We smoke Chesterfield.
Yeah. The least tall of any of the cigarettes.
9 out of 10 doctors.
Can't find the 10th one. He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pregnant? Better switch to Chesterfields.
Smoke light cigarettes.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
You notice that low birth weight? That's a Marlboro trait. Chesterfield.
Gotta get that kid's weight up.
That's right. Give that kid a Camel. Make
still
him strong.
Yeah. It's crazy to me.
It is.
It genuinely blows my mind when I see people smoking a cigarette out and about.
Especially young people.
And I was talking to somebody the other day.
What's cooler?
Well, young people are invincible. I do understand that.
100%.
I don't remember where I was. Oh, I know exactly where I was. I was at the Richmond Flying Squirrels baseball game, and I saw people vaping, like on little Juuls or whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
Little things. And I said to the people I was with, I wish that people would actually smoke a cigarette more than Juuls or whatever else. These big puffs of fruity smelling things. I would rather have the smell of cigarette smoke wafting away from a baseball game than...
It seems
like,
fitting in a baseball game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never smoked, and I don't like it, and I don't, people do their thing, whatever, but I have a, like...
For starters, you don't know you don't like it. You've never smoked.
No, I'm saying I want people to be healthy and
Brennan's
like,
a huge
not smoke.
advocate for smoking, even though he
I
doesn't
am.
smoke.
I can't stand when smokers' rights get trampled on. I'm like, they want to smoke, let them smoke.
Yeah. I had a boss at my first job that was pure chain smoker. Like, one's done, next one's right in. Just being around that smell is a bit of nostalgia there. And like,
I agree.
it is wild to me that more people don't smoke.
Reminds
but also,
me of going to a club
yeah, like I could see it.
20 years ago. Like you wouldn't know it while you were in the club, but like or a bar, and you'd come out and you like get in your car or like walk home, and you'd be like, "Holy cow, I reek of
you
a
smoked
box
a
of
cigarette
cigarettes."
also.
Yeah.
See, that's why I just smoked. It's so much easier. I didn't have to worry about smelling like smoke because I already smelled like smoke.
Exactly.
I am curious about the whole vaping thing. Like, that's gotta be, even if the whole like it's chemicals, it's water vapor, it's this, it's that. Like, even if it was 100% pure water vapor, should you be sucking into your lungs that much moisture at like over and over and over? That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Like, sounds like you're slowly drowning
0
yourself.
out of 10 doctors say that you should vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not even a doctor and I know no.
But is it better than smoking?
Sure. But I mean, not by a lot.
Welcome to Inside the Science House.
You really think it's like just barely better?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better than smoking. I think it's still fucking you up.
Just
But
maybe
it's-
in different ways or.
But
at
you
different
smoke,
levels.
you can get mouth cancer, throat cancer, lung cancer. I think you're just going to get lung cancer.
What's wild is like the poor people out there that get that sort of shit and never smoke in their life.
Poor
It's
as
like,
in sad or poor as in not money, no money. I don't know what you're.
oh yeah, how did I say it?
You're trying to say that like people who get like a lung
sad.
cancer from secondhand
These
cancer.
saps.
The poor people, not the financially poor, the poor
Yeah.
souls.
Okay, that's what I was.
They get mouth and tongue and lung cancer, and they've never smoked a day in their life.
Yeah. There's plenty of other things that we eat and drink these days that are significantly worse for us than
True.
should have been.
Oh yeah, you're never getting out of life alive.
Nah.
I'm certain of that.
All right, Yogi Berra.
No one goes there anymore. It's too crowded.
Oh shit.
I do like Yogi Berra quotes.
He didn't
very
mean
much
to
on,
say
like-
those. Like that wasn't like
No, that's how he talked.
I know, but like
yeah.
it wasn't like he
wasn't
thought
trying to
of
be a
these
comedian.
and like
No, he's just a moron. But he was like kind of like one of those smart morons.
Yeah.
And he would just say stuff and people would be like, that was kind of profound and dumb.
What's the one he said? Like, go to everybody's funeral, otherwise they won't come to yours. That's one I've always liked.
he's got a ton of them, right?
There's like books on the different yogiisms or whatever.
The planes, trains, and automobile quote reminds me of him. Like, you're going the wrong way.
How would he know where we're going? Yeah. Okay. That is classic. Yeah. How would they know where we're going? Okay. You're going to kill someone. Should we have a deli?
Is it deli time?
Yeah, it is. I already drank my one
Yeah, he
beer.
had his one beer.
That's how I time it. I drink one beer. 24-ounce Heine. Yum. So what did
Way
we...
to be professional.
I just, it's Monday.
It is. We're doing another weird day. No, get the. It's the big red ones, yeah.
Ooh, Big Red.
Big red ones. Billy
makes
Billy
Big
gave
Red?
us these.
Oh, man, Billy is the best.
He's always thinking of us, man. He listens. He's a diehard listener, and he does all these beer
The hell
beer
kind
of the
of
month type things.
stupid modern painting is on this beer.
He
So you probably can't see any of those colors, can you?
it's a lot of red and orange. It's a big old balloon on it.
Hot air balloon. Red, yeah.
Hold on,
Hot air
yours is
balloon.
different
I
than
don't
mine.
have a hot air balloon
Yours
on
is
mine.
different than mine. They're all different.
Oh, okay. So this actual.
Oh, yeah, yours is cool. I hate mine.
Oh yeah, yours looks like
Yeah, yours is cool. Shit, man.
So
yours looks like Arizona landscape.
Oh yeah, this is his homeland. He should have this one. So actually, now that I see who this is, this Collective Arts Brewing Company. That's kind of their.
There's two of the ones you got, and Lee and I got the cool ones.
High five, Troy.
Yeah,
Yeah, this brewery actually.
that's
So
balloon's
dis-
awesome looking.
Yeah, mine
yours
was a
is
bunch of women from the 40s in shower caps.
Yeah.
Swim caps. Like, this is not. I was like, this can sucks. You guys are like, these cans are dope.
No, this place actually does cool stuff where each of their beer series have like different artists on all their cans.
I heard 66% of them are cool as shit.
Yeah, this is Jam Up the Mash, Dry Hop Sour, 5.2%. Who's it by?
Collective Arts.
Okay, I see Collective Arts Creativity, but is that the brewery?
Yeah.
More like collective.
Brewed by
fart.
Collective Arts Brewing Limited.
Okay, because
Hamilton, Ontario.
I was reading Collective Arts.
Oh,
as,
it's Canadian.
Yeah.
I was reading Collective Arts as like the people who did the
Yeah,
artwork,
yeah.
not.
Well, I think that Collective Arts Creativity is part of their like series for this stuff. Yeah, so we got a beer from Brendan's homeland for him. Been looking for the one.
You know what's interesting about this?
Billy likes sours. So.
It says it's a sour, but on the nose, it's hoppy.
Yeah.
That's the dry
It
hop.
is.
Because dry hop's supposed to be more of a smell than a taste.
So Jam Up the Mash. That's like
Did it say what flavors it was?
I didn't read anything into it.
I'll look it up.
Okay. That smells like an IPA and tastes like a Sour Patch Kid.
I was going to say a little footy.
Yeah, it's not great. But that's only one sip, so I can't pass judgment yet.
Wonder if they all taste different. Since they all look different.
Just everyone has a different profile and you don't know what anything is.
Mine tastes like a swim cap.
Yeah. Mine tastes like the air of a hot air balloon.
Interesting. Yeah, yours is far cooler, and his is cool as shit too, with the third eye in the hand.
I will say the one on the website, the picture of the one on the website is the one that's on your can, though. So
Cool.
good for you. I'm trying to find the dang description of this. What does it say? All right, here you go.
It is weird to not have descriptors written all over the cans. Like
yeah.
that's kind of like the thing they do now.
They're showcasing the art, Troy.
Well, yeah.
Very modern. Using Nelson Sauvin hops from New Zealand and Citra from the Pacific Northwest, this mixed fermentation brew is juicy, sour, and extremely refreshing. Sour and hops in perfect thirst-quenching melody. I'm not seeing flavors, though. What we're mixing here.
Well, Citra hops. So you know there's some of that.
Yeah, I don't know on this one. I've only had one sip, though.
Oh, that's cool. Way to nail that, Stu.
All right, bitch.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Somebody else want to get the shit sick off the mic?
Objection! Hearsay!
Jeez.
Dry hop sour. Very interesting.
I don't know, man. This beer, I can tell you this much. I don't want to bury anything. I loved it on smell, hated it on first sip. So currently we're sitting at a 2.5. If you just run it at a 5 on the nose and it was a 0 on the taste, we're going to just net it out at 2.5. But I am like 4 sips in now. And I tell you,
you got to rinse that.
I'm changing my.
You got to rinse the Heineken out of your mouth and get back to 0.
I'll get another Heineken in me.
No, every one of these fancy beers we do, after we're drinking a Miller Lite or Coors Light or whatever, Heineken, whatever, the first taste is jarring.
Oh, every time.
Yeah. So that's why you got to have more than one.
I mean, this is like. Would you agree there's cherry in there?
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
But all right, would you agree there's strawberry in there?
I can see that.
It's dancing in between strawberry and cherry.
Are you not picking up any citrus?
Oh, there's citrus there, but I don't think that's the hops.
Probably some limes, too.
What's the sour? Yeah. Well, that's not citrus. Obviously. You know that. You made that. That's why you were pointing it out.
I mean,
Cherry and strawberry aren't. I mean, strawberries are sweet.
Well, you can have fruited beers that come out sour, and it's just like the concentration of the tartness is what leads to that. So that's what I was wondering. Like, this isn't a Goes. It doesn't have that like salt. It doesn't have.
There's no salt, and usually I love salt in my sours. But I guess that's a Goza.
Yeah,
Goze.
Goes.
Yeah, but which is it?
I've always said Goes.
I've always said Goza.
Yeah, then I'll say Goze.
Yeah, we have 3
So
different ways.
jam up the mash. Is it like jam, like strawberry jam?
I think so.
And then
I can
like,
certainly see
is
that.
it mash like when you make alcohol?
Yeah, I can certainly see that. Probably have the puree and
Yes.
everything down in there together.
Yeah.
I am struggling with this. For me, the taste that I don't like out of this, I think, is the dry hop nature of it. There's something that's just a little funky, and it's not in that fruity, fermenty way. It's more in a bad hops way. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to drink more of it to see if that goes away.
So far, Lee is trending towards.
Oh no! Someone peed in my pants!
That's where he's headed.
Yeah.
This one.
I think this is going to get a very interesting score all the way around.
I know it is.
Oh, because I said I think you have to.
No, I
High jump,
completely
you son of
agree
a
with
bitch.
you. No, I just agree with you.
He's
Troy,
a
I already-
spotlight stealer.
Allow me to say it on the air. Troy, I think last week was a fucking masterpiece on your part.
Oh, thank you.
The way you interviewed Boo Boo, I just thought was brilliant. I listened back to that episode, and my absolute favorite parts are when I was shutting the fuck up.
I think that's what most people say about the episodes. They're really like,
I'd say it's 50-50.
they're like, when Stu doesn't talk, love it. When Brendan talks less, love it.
Nah, last week was a masterclass.
He's called the audio dreamboat for a reason.
I'm just saying.
Let the man fly.
I last week I'm glad there were times where I did. He not only did he reel it in, but he would point the ship and he would ask the questions that got the best possible results and the best possible answers. And we ended up touching on so many points by the way you did that.
Boo Boo was great. I feel like, it's like hitting a tennis ball against a brick wall or hitting a tennis ball against a sheet. Like everything I threw at him, he bounced back. He had good answers. He wasn't short answering a bunch of stuff or yes, no and stuff. Like
And
he
for
was
it to be
an interesting
phone,
dude. Yeah.
where it's more difficult to get the
that was
timing right.
That was probably the first phone interview we've had.
That
I've
nailed.
And I've called in, and I've
Yeah.
been a bad version of that. Like, so I understand how hard it is, but like that seemed really good. I'm guessing the new board really played a part in that.
This new board, our sound quality is better. Everything. This thing that the listeners almost paid for the whole thing of.
It didn't feel like a phoner.
No, it felt like he was here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was saying it before the show. I'll say it on the air.
Well, I appreciate it.
It was a masterclass, dude. You crushed it. That was one of my favorite episodes.
I called that. I said it's going to be a fan favorite. So if you haven't listened, go back and listen to it because I think it was just great all the way around.
Yeah, just the way you piloted that ship was really good.
We've done this once or twice.
Yeah, but I've never taken time to listen.
I want to see what all this hubbub's about.
We sound like we know what we're doing.
No, I thought it was great.
Well, I appreciate
It
it.
had nothing to do with me. I was like, hell
Coming
yeah.
from you, that means a lot.
Yeah, well, see, I wanted to say it on the air. I said it before the show. I'll say it now. I'll never say it again.
I'll earmark this episode and just listen to it whenever I'm feeling down.
There you go. Well, just so you know, that is at 50 minutes.
Start at about 47, 48 minutes, and you'll be good to go.
I'm like, that best episode ever.
Just like 3 minutes of your daily positivity boost.
Yeah, every
Start your
morning,
day.
as I'm in the shower, just play that 3 minutes.
There you go.
Brendan's sultry voice.
That's
saying,
right.
You did such a good job, Troy. Masterclass.
Troy, that was so good.
Slow down.
Troy, you were incredible.
That was like
Do it again, Troy.
What do they call that? ASMR.
ASMR.
that was like eating manatee on New Year's Day.
Oh,
The best.
That's how you know it was good.
Yeah.
is there another time to eat manatee that's better than New Year's Day?
New Year's Eve.
Or any other day.
Days that end in Y.
That's right. Lee, why don't you start us off here today? Because you're the one I think who is the most offended.
He's the one that's already given the most out.
The funny thing is, he's the sour guy.
Yeah. So I do love when I get the opportunity to have like a sour IPA or something like this that has a mixture of hops with that sour flavor that I very much look forward to, especially in the spring and the summer when I want something that tastes light and crisp. The smell for this and the initial taste for this is really putting me off. The more I have of it, the more I do like it. But I'm struggling to get past like a 2.5 on it.
Smell is a little funny.
Yeah.
Even now, even after you drink it.
I think it's, I always try and figure out what's the thing that I want it to be. What's the thing I want to make it?
Do you have a
better or different
bias?
or whatever?
Like you say you don't like cherries. Like, so
Yeah, I
do
don't
you
really
not
like
any
cherries.
cherry flavor?
Yeah, not really. But I can't tell. Do I want it to be more sour or more hoppy? Beers like this that straddle that line feel like they're weak on hops and not sour enough. And it gets that funky flavor for me. I don't know what it is, but
I can see that. Now that you're saying it, I can see that.
yeah. So I'll say 2.5. As I've been drinking more, I was around a 2 when I started. I felt like I could get it to a 3, and I don't think I can get it there.
Got to be true to thy own self.
Exactly.
So I love the stink of it. So I'm like, I know what you're saying. It's not hoppy enough. It's not sour enough,
Yeah.
which I dig.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's fallen right in like my wheelhouse because I like the smell of the hops. And it wasn't until I tasted it and adjusted my mouth that I could even smell the fruitiness or the sour. It was all just hops. So I dug the stink on it. Like I said, after my palate changed, I can now smell the sour, but I couldn't at first. So I dig that it smells like an IPA and tastes like a sour, but it's not too sour. And that little bit of hops, the fact that it's dry hopped and not like just boiled in the wort, like it's good. I like this a lot.
It's not so sour you pucker.
Only on my first shot. Like
Yeah,
the
well,
first
yeah.
sip,
Yeah.
I went, oh,
Yeah.
this Heineken sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
It's gone bad.
Yeah. As far as sours go, I would put this right up there with that Rooster sour we had with that crazy Rooster.
yeah.
They had that really good sour, and that was like my favorite sour. This, I think, is right up with that. In Sourland, it's a 4. In beer world, it has to come down a notch because I'm not a diehard sour guy. But I'm literally dancing between 3.5 and a 4 for this beer. I'm gonna go down to 3.5 because I don't think it deserves the full treatment, but it kind of does. I like this beer a lot. I hate cherries in a beer. Hate them. I like that cherry here. It's something about it.
Before you go, I will change mine to a 3. Because I just took like 3 very big, like mouth filling like swigs of it. And when you kind of get like the whole palate on it, they talk about like different parts of your
good.
tongue have like different receptors, like one part's for sour,
Yeah,
one
if you
part's for salty.
swig it
whatever.
up, there's a flavor profile that's hitting different areas, and none of them are overwhelming.
Yeah. So yeah, I will take mine up to a 3.
I agree.
Yeah.
I will still not take mine up to a 4. But it's that close. Like I'm literally dancing between the two. I'm gonna go 3.5 just because of where I land on sours. It takes an exceptional beer to take me over the top, but I will buy this again as long as I don't get the version with the shower caps on it. I would buy this again for sure.
And you would recommend it.
I would to people who like sours. I think this is good. It's a 3.5.
I can't describe it any other way other than to say if you do have this, fill your mouth with this beer. And
Probably
then
better
swallow.
drinking
Like,
out of a pint glass.
Yeah, like don't just
You can get
take
a
like a
full
small
swig.
little
Sip.
on your tongue sip. Like it is a completely different flavor to me.
Oh, the sour mellows out.
Yeah.
I actually pick up on salt when you do that.
Just a touch.
Ooh, it's even better when you do that. Good trick.
I like this beer. I agree with everything both of you have said. Like, no one's wrong in their explanation of it, but I fall more towards Brendan's side with being not a hophead, but I like the hops in this working with the sour. They kind of just work together, and it's
dope.
It's the perfect peanut butter chocolate mix for my palate to where I appreciate it's just sour enough, just hoppy enough. Good stink, but not gross. No mouth fur, none of that.
Certainly
it's
none of
pretty
that.
crisp and clean. But but you still know there's hops.
I definitely don't have that like dry mouth
No.
aftertaste right now.
I don't know. I kind of pick up on the cherry. I kind of pick up on the strawberry. It's definitely fruity,
But it's hard to identify
But
what.
it's hard to put exactly what fruit. And they don't put it on there. They just don't want you to really know. Hint of citrus, and I love this beer. I think this is a great beer. I'm gonna go 4. I will go that high. I think it's that good because I think it's hard to mix the sour and the IPA, and for them to get it that good. It's pretty
the dry
impressive.
hop. It's the dry hop, so it's more stink than flavor.
I think they hit the nail on the head. Like, I think it's a really good beer.
If we would allow like 3.25s, 3.75s,
You go up a little bit.
because it's a 3.75, and we established this arbitrary rule.
I was gonna say nothing says you can't change that. I mean, literally nothing keeping you to that.
Oh, the powers that be, if they
Me.
found out.
I am the powers that be.
Because part of me like that's where it is for me. It's like it's not a 4, but it's not a 3.5. It's like
I find myself
I think it's
like,
perfect. 3.5, 4. Nets is a 3.5, which is the bare minimum into a deli.
see. That's where I say it's not a deli.
You
Didn't-
still want to see like the 3.51 is what you want to get.
Yeah. Then I'm like, now we're dancing.
I think
Everyone
you could get like the ding, like one tiny little bell.
I agree with that.
Because I find myself shocked that. Perfect.
That's the one.
I find it shocking that I don't like this as much as you guys, because this should be 2 things that I very much like out of a beer.
But you're such a sour guy that the fact that this isn't overly sour is disappointing you.
Yeah.
Whereas
I can see that.
Or I want it to be an IPA. I want it to be
it's
bitter
neither
and
of those
hoppy.
things.
Yeah.
Maybe you
It's-
don't like the mix, those two dancing together.
Yeah. I will say every time I try these kind of blends, like a hopped sour, things like that, I do always come away underwhelmed.
Yeah, well, it's a piss poor example of either one.
Yeah.
But together,
Well, and we found that with a lot of the IPAs that we do like, because we're not really hop heads. So we kind of put that out there. Like, we like it, but if you're a hop head, you might not like it.
but that little stink on my breath, like I dig it, man. I dig it, man. I'm starting to like it more.
It is a very interesting smell.
More.
I'm down to my last swig.
Me too.
It's
Chug.
a 16-ounce
Chug.
beer. That was good.
I enjoyed that. Thanks, Billy.
Oh, we got to get your art.
Oh, yeah, you got to get all the art. My bad.
Yeah, let's just take a picture of those two cans.
Get all 3 cans.
My can sucks.
Yeah, but you've referenced it 100 times. It's got to be on the artwork.
Great.
Yeah, thanks again, Billy. We appreciate it.
Next time I'll just crush my can. Buy-ins. Yeah, those ones are cooler.
Yeah, mine's definitely the coolest.
It's all the same color palette, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's I think how you have to be able to like recognize it on a shelf. Like all these ones are reddish. They have another like juicy IPA one that's a blue kind of palette.
Can you get them around here?
Yeah, grocery stores and whatnot.
I didn't know. I know he's in like a beer of the month type thing. And I know he also goes to Total Wines and goes to the Wegmans of the world, and he searches out crazy, flavorful beers. Like
you should have him listen to the podcast. We do a beer every week.
I'll let him know.
Yeah, he might like it.
I'll see him tomorrow.
But no, you'll definitely recognize these out and about because of the the cans and what they look like and all that.
I never go beer shopping. I told you guys last time I went to the Total Wine, I was like walking up and down the aisles like it was the first time I've ever been in there. I was like
dumbfounded.
It's like, holy cow, there's all these. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. And I was like, oh, wait, this 4-pack's $20. This 4-pack's $25. Like, all right, let's just go back to the Coors Light and the Miller Light. Do what I'm going to do.
I got something I need to talk about this week because it'll be sold out next week. Found a music festival this summer I'm going to. Pretty excited about it.
Have you bought tickets for it yet? Yeah, you sent it to me.
You didn't send it to me?
Because he's like,
I sent it to you on a. You're not going to like it.
I did not see this.
You haven't seen this?
No.
I thought it was on like a.
Nah, you sent it directly to me.
That's cool, dude.
Well, bringing it up on the air. You know what's funny? I thought about this like 3 days ago, and I was like, yeah, I sent it to Troy.
Are you definitely going?
I just bought the tickets.
Dude, that's actually a really good lineup.
Yes. So this is the Bourbon and Beyond
go
Festival.
back. I touched it. Go back to
Don't touch it. So basically, Pearl Jam will be there.
That's the worst
Troy's
band on the lineup. They don't fit.
When I was looking through,
No, they don't fit.
They do not fit with the rest of the people.
in looking at the different list, Pearl Jam just happened to be the name that like stuck out to me at first, and I was like, oh, fucking course.
Well, so this is
I did hear their best song on the radio the other day and thought about Brendan.
Yellow Ledbetter is your
No.
best song? No, what's your best?
Daughter. The first,
That one and Yellow Ledbetter are my two favorites.
the first minute of Daughter's awesome. Then it just tails off.
So this is always hard when I try to like read off a lineup to listeners because everybody's got different
taste.
music
Yeah.
taste, So like I'm probably gonna butcher this. For
What's it called and where is it? And
It's
what are the
Bourbon and Beyond. It's in mid-September and it's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Taking the wife?
only.
Yeah.
As
Y'all
of right-
do that together.
Yeah, it's just, dude. That's our.
Is it
therapy.
camping? Are you camping?
So here's the crazy thing about this. This festival has camping, it has RV parking, and then it's got hotels
Ooh.
that are within like walking distance of the venue because it's outside of the expo center. Don't get it twisted. This shit sits in between like two highways at a junction. Louisville's a dump. They just happen to have
Yeah,
great
but to be able
bourbon.
to stay at a hotel is pretty nice.
An airport hotel.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's better than
I
camping.
agree. That's why I was like,
Y'all will push all the hookers and ne'er-do-wells out the whole
What are they going to do for those 4 days?
yeah.
well, I can assure you there's an
They're gonna
extra
stay
bill.
They'll be
busy.
right outside the gates jamming out and getting stoned.
Hey, big man, let me hold $1.
Yeah.
Come on up to the room.
You want to earn $5 the hard way?
Or 20 the easy way. But so this lineup, if we look at headliners, you're looking at Jack White, Alanis Morissette, Kings of Leon, Brandy Carlisle, Pearl Jam, Greta Van Fleet, Chris Stapleton, and Doobie Brothers. Those are your...
Doobie Brothers.
And I'd have if you told me you can only pick one out of the headliners, like one day based on headliners only, I don't know which one I would pick there.
Yeah.
No, it's sick. But then you go down, you get like Father John Misty, Shaky Graves, The Revivalists, Shovels and Rope. Those are the bands I'm psyched about on day one. Then you get Jason Isbell. Now, this won't mean anything to anybody, but you get the Drive-By Truckers. Jason Isbell left the Drive-By Truckers years ago.
Oh, was he in Drive-By Truckers?
He was the other lead singer. So now you get Jason Isbell in the 400 unit, and the next day you get Drive-By Truckers. Could there be?
Absolutely.
There be?
100%.
There will be.
That would be the greatest thing
Unless
ever.
his tour doesn't allow for it and he's moving
You
on.
get Lucas Nelson, Courtney Barnett, Houndmouth, I love them, St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Charlie Crockett. And if you don't know who Chris Stone, Kingfish Ingram is,
I don't know who any of those people
Yes.
you just named off.
that is the baddest blues
Yeah,
man
dude.
that we've had in decades.
He's a cool motherfucker.
Decades.
Yeah.
He is stupid good, so I cannot wait to see them. Then you get St. Vincent, Crowded House, Cold War Kids, Ellie King.
Cold War Kids.
Yep. Drive-By Truckers, Robert Randolph Band. Don't get it twisted. They're fantastic. You get Need to Breathe, Camp. Camp is one of my favorite bands right now. Marcus King. And then Jukebox the Ghost.
Don't leave out Bluestones down there at the bottom.
I don't know Bluestone.
Yeah.
See, this lineup is sick.
It's an
And
insane list, honestly.
and it has all the bourbons. Like all the
That
bourbons.
sounds like trouble.
You get the Angel's Envy bar.
because you got to
You get the
pace yourself at a festival. I've never been to one, but I can only imagine if you're going to listen to 12, 14 hours of music.
They have a place called the Big Bourbon Bar, and it's literally every distillery of note.
Send me that link.
Easy, will do. Yes, bring this home, Troy.
It's all happening.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about, dude. It looks like the one for me. Like I'm ecstatic, and apparently, all of my
Your wife doesn't care. She just likes festivals.
dude, she saw it and was like, "Hey, we should go to that."
That's also right around our birthdays.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's also the annual golf trip. We'll be right in there. And
Are you going to miss it?
if they happen to choose that weekend, my flag's in the
Peace out.
sand.
Yeah.
I'm going here. I've got my hotel room booked. I got the VIP tickets booked. Like I am like,
So you're doing all 4 days?
yeah, I wouldn't drive my ass to Louisville, Kentucky.
How far is that drive?
4 days. 8.5.
That's not too bad.
12 hours in the Forerunner.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, the
you
logic
feel
is,
like you just got put through the tumble wash when you get there.
You feel like the hooker at the Louisville airport.
I think
Yeah.
the wife and I are going to drive to Charleston, Kentucky, or Charleston, West Virginia.
That's a 5-hour drive.
Gamble, make some money.
Well, no. So there's Charlestown,
Oh.
And it's
Charleston.
Charleston.
and Charleston is like the capital.
were different.
Yes, they're very different. One, it's harder to find hookers.
Charleston's on the way, I would assume.
Lots of meth in both directions, though.
I would say yes. Freebasing Mountain
Yeah.
Dew. But no, so like I would go there Wednesday night, like leave after work, drive, go there, have a nice dinner, pass out, and then finish the journey the next day. And I'm like ecstatic over this fest. When I saw this, I saw it last week, sometime during the week, and like
Is that when you didn't show me?
I thought I did. I really didn't.
I would say that too.
I feel like I.
Well, I think he wrote it to you in a letter and put it in the mail, I think. So it's in
probably.
it'll be there any day now.
Good call, Lee. Gotcha. Drop that bitch in there quick. Like, Troy, stay here. I got to go do something.
I get a letter in my mailbox tomorrow that's not stamped or anything.
No
Also,
postmark.
let's
What?
be honest. I never in a million years
just
would have
handwritten.
expected you to even go, oh, I like the sound
I
of this.
think about doing a lot of things. Am I capable of doing them? Probably not.
Well, check it out. There are tickets for sale, and you could bring your pop up. You could
I don't have the pop up anymore. I sold that 3 years ago.
Dummy.
get a new pop up.
That would be nice. I should have kept that damn thing. I kick myself in the ass every time I think about
That's
it.
hard
Because
to
you
do.
didn't sell it for much.
I sold it for exactly what I paid for it.
Well, that's actually a win.
Yeah.
But I would love to still have it. Like the $4,000 I got back, it's not like, oh well, I'm Richie Rich now. Like it's just $4,000 that went back in my bank account to pay for bills and
Yeah, it came
Yeah.
out and went back in.
yeah,
Then it went away into bullshit, into the ether.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm psyched about that. We haven't been to a festival in
You
years.
should buy a pop up to take out there.
Well, I've got the finest hotel on Airport Row.
Nice.
Yes, only because
Is it like super expensive because it's the festival weekend?
dude. So they're not. But what happened is there's one that's like directly across the street from the entrance, right? Like
So I was
closer.
gonna say, how far away are you walking to this place?
This is like you walk out your front door, cross the road, and there's the entrance.
Gotcha.
So like,
And
there's
that's the one you're staying at?
Yeah, but
Nice.
there's hotels like row after row after row after row. And without getting too into it, my wife, her legs are not super,
Yeah.
and so a full day in the heat,
You really want to be close because you'd like to be able to shoot back to the hotel room midday.
no in and out privileges for anybody but
What?
campers.
Really?
If I don't have a camping wristband, I can't get in and out. Now I'd like to see them try to enforce that because
Yeah.
I'm going in and out. I go in and out steady, dude. That's
Find a medical reason.
You don't soak.
no. I'm not gonna soak in that festival all day.
I got to teach somebody what soaking was over the weekend.
Nice.
Not in person, but
Yeah.
I got to tell them.
What are you
it was.
doing? I'm just soaking.
Cool new move I learned.
Yeah. Oh, it's the greatest day.
Were they like, what the hell are you talking about?
It was very much like you know when you're telling somebody a story and you just watch like their whole face melt or change like complexion. They're just like, it goes from like, oh, this is interesting to what the fuck are
yeah.
you talking about? That's what
Kind of
happened.
weird, twisted shit are you into?
Yes.
It's better than telling them what docking is.
Yes, we left that one on the table.
Next weekend.
Exactly.
Oh, I only dock on a table. I like to see that
prime
wood,
docking spot.
Yeah, I like to see that wood grain.
Find a medical exemption. They can't. I mean,
That's what it said. They said if you have a medical, and which
It's
which
2022,
technically-
Brendan. We can find any way.
yeah,
around it.
exactly. I have glaucoma. I can't. I gotta get back and forth.
Plus, I need my weed.
Yeah.
Well, and I think technically I could claim medical
Yeah.
exemption. So we had to get the one right there. But the reason I got that
I
is
have this
because
huge penis. I can't carry it around all day.
what do you expect me to walk around with this all day?
You try living with a third leg.
So awkward. I got to go back and soak it on ice. It's been a hell of a morning.
The chafing.
Yeah. Sure, it's only 2:00. Well, 14 sessions will do that to anybody.
Yeah.
But so I was looking at all the hotels and like all the ones, because I was really looking at like the 4 closest hotels. And the next 3 had all sold out. And the only reason is because the first one cost literally twice as much as all the others. But I would have gotten to the point where I'm like down away.
Like half a mile down the road.
Yeah, and she's not going to, we
Yeah.
walk out of the festival and then it's just not, it doesn't work. So I was like, fuck it. I spent more on the hotel than I did on
Than the
VIP tickets.
Oh wow.
For 2.
Hotels have gotten ridiculous.
I feel like they have.
Yeah. But
Like you find shit hotels and it's like $200 a night. You're like, Jesus.
yeah, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Sign me up for that one.
Oh, that hotel is probably an hourly rate at the rest of the year, and now you're paying like.
Oh yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But I'm ecstatic because I haven't been to a festival in forever.
Y'all travel a lot. I feel like our airport area is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. Not that I'm well traveled. Like everything outside of our airport is a dumpster fire. Like you wouldn't want to stay in that motherfucker. But the few
You talking about here in town?
Yeah, Richmond.
Yeah.
Like Richmond's
There's a few downtown that are nice.
no downtown, but like I'm talking about like right adjacent to the airport.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
fly into other like areas and like they'll have nice sections of hotels and yeah, they're chain restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
but like you would feel safe. I feel like our airport area is
Or our
just,
airport's trash too. Like
well, the airport itself is nice. It's just small.
Yeah.
And it's not, a hub, but like the airport's nice and people do fly in and out of here. But like
Yeah.
that whole area, like it's like they didn't put any money into the surrounding area of the airport.
Oh, I disagree. There's 2 Waffle Houses in the same block. And that's nice.
yeah.
I don't
So
want that
Bojangles down the
Waffle
road.
House. Yeah.
I will say
All the hotels are maximum 2 levels high, so
Yeah.
you know they're real nice.
it's been actually a little bit since I've flown now, but if you're flying to Atlanta, I think our airport's great. If you're flying to Charlotte, I think our airport's great.
Outside of that,
Or Chicago, maybe. I think they got direct flights to Chicago, but like
Yeah.
it really is because we are regional versus a hub. Like,
Yeah.
it just sucks.
which is why I can't get from Richmond to Louisville.
without going ass around your elbow and
Yeah,
everything
because they
else.
both suck.
Yeah.
You got 2
Yeah.
mid-level cities. Well, no one connects those. We did used to have someone who did. That one jet company. It was a 7-seater private jet.
Yeah.
It was $250
And they're
a
gone?
ticket. Yeah, $250 a ticket is the maximum they would ever charge. And they would only put 7 people in there, and they flew from mid-tier market to mid-tier market.
Awesome though.
That's not enough.
250 is
That's
not bad.
It didn't work.
Their business model sucks.
Yeah, it
We're
failed.
losing money every time we fly a plane. I
Have you
don't
considered that
understand. Yeah.
Putting gas in this thing is $30,000 and we're making $1,000 on a flight.
You know what it costs to insure 7 strangers on my plane? It's not cheap.
It was sick though. Like you get in there,
Oh, I
you feel
can
like you're in a
imagine.
Porsche. Like
Imagine with all like the business traveling you did, something like that's pretty dope.
I loved it
Yeah,
because I would have
when you
to
gotta like go to
these
Pittsburgh for a day or something like,
every time,
yeah.
and it was 45 minutes to Pittsburgh
dope.
versus like
That's
6
insane.
hours.
Yeah, because now you got to fly to Charlotte and then get routed all the way up
Yep.
there or something.
it was
That's
horrible.
a gut punch. Every time you have to go in another direction,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Yeah, I literally one time got there. I was flying that one jet thing, I showed up like an hour before my flight, and I was like the last person to show up. And they were like, "Oh, well then you're all here. Do you guys just want to go?" We were like, "Sure." So an hour
What kind
early,
of black magic is this?
we landed before our scheduled takeoff time. I was already in my car, like, "Baby, I'm home." She was like,
awesome.
"What are you talking about? Your flight leaves in like 10 minutes." And I'm like, "It doesn't, and I'm here."
Yeah, all these rules are arbitrary. Like when you're doing commercial shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. But so I was looking at flights, and the fastest flight from here to there is 6 hours. And that's airtime, like fly to Atlanta, wait. And I refuse to take a flight with less than an hour connection because I've been burnt too many times.
yeah. But you also don't want to go the opposite end of that spectrum and be like
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way too much.
So with a 50-minute connection, which makes me leery, it was taking 6 hours. I was like, yeah, that's not worth it.
door to door
Yeah,
or
plus
flight
I
time.
got to drive, right, to the airport.
yeah.
Get there an hour early. I was like, fuck it.
Paid apart.
Yeah,
We're
if you're-
driving.
Yeah.
If you're really going anywhere 10 hours and under, you're just better to drive.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
No, I especially if you can't get if you can get a direct flight, I'm willing to argue it.
Yeah.
But I can't get a direct flight.
I mean, we're getting better, but it's still.
Plus, I'd rather haul all kinds of shit to the festival.
Yeah, well, for that, yeah, you definitely need.
Like I got different cowboy hats for different days.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to check all those things.
Two different dong songs. I need
Yeah.
two more, and we'll be good.
Oh, dude, I have jorts, and if there's ever a festival I can wear jorts,
This seems like the one.
Louisville,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
You gonna rock some boots with it too?
I wasn't until now. But I think, chicks look good in jorts and boots.
Yeah.
I should wear jorts and boots.
It's a quality.
Yeah, no shirt, jorts.
Oh, I was gonna say a pearl
boots.
snap,
What's a pearl snap?
like a button-down shirt that has like the pearl studs on it.
Oh, I've got a ton of those.
Bang!
But it's going to be
nice,
hot.
Life is gonna be all over you.
Yeah.
I think a nice like
You're gonna soak so much.
I soak so hard.
I think a nice like tank top with like a funny saying on it would be pretty good too.
Dude, I got a full Budweiser tank top, just Budweiser logos all over it. I
Yeah.
got an American flag tie-dye tank top.
Yeah,
Oh, God, you guys are selling me.
you're
on
gonna
these
soak
outfits.
with so many people.
Oh, just roll up in a porta potty
Yeah.
and soak for 20 minutes. It's the double soak. You get you get to smell it.
Oh my god!
Just sit there.
Soaking on soaking.
Yeah, well, you don't want to move.
No, that's gross.
Then
You're
it
already
gets all hot
sweaty.
in
Yeah,
there. Yeah, no, that's disgusting. But I got VIP, so I got air-conditioned lounges
nice.
That's pretty tight.
and air-conditioned toilets. That thing,
Toilet. I was gonna say we're
toilet-
talking about porta johns, and I've been to a couple of music festivals, and it didn't even have to be a music
Get
festival.
destroyed.
Concerts on
Immediate.
Browns Island,
Yeah,
like just the most basic thing that has porta johns. The worst experience
Yeah.
about whatever the thing you're
oh,
doing.
go to a
is.
festival.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Thursday,
horrific.
you're okay. But God forbid you have to take a shit on Sunday. And mark my words, you will
will.
have to take
Yeah.
a shit on Sunday. It's offensive.
Yeah, it's
and
bad.
you don't even you haven't even cut it off and you're hearing it impact. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh boy, that poop is awfully close to my hiney.
That's, we gotta
I'll
find a
be-
better
we
way
used
to
to
do
go
porta johns.
back in the day. There used to be the Strawberry Hill races, and I remember being there, and we would wear shirts and ties when we were in college in the fraternity, and I remember being drunk as hell and having to take a dump in one of those just destroyed porta potties. It was like
It's disgusting.
the worst experience of my life.
That's what I'm saying. We've got to find a way. We collectively as a society, we've got to move past porta johns.
No, just
But
gotta
the
find a
problem
better
is
way.
like
deeper holes. It's a good
how
start.
hard would it be to have a truck there with a tank of water that connects to them and flushes shit out?
Yeah, probably not all that hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's elevate this.
most of the problem with porta potties is they're already gross right to start, but animals go in there wasted and destroy them.
Yes.
No one cares. No one's like, let me make sure I'm pissing 100% into the urine or 100% into the toilet.
So this is why VIP is worth it. What they do is they set up 4 trucks, 2 for women, 2 for men.
Okay.
And those trucks are air-conditioned toilets with stalls.
I've been to weddings and other events that have those. They're porta potties. They're on trailers.
Sure.
but they're full.
But
set
the reason they
bathrooms,
have 4 is every hour they shut one down.
they clean it.
They send
Yeah.
in the crew. They clean
They have
it.
showers like
they
that, too.
drain it. And then you'll have a small period of time where both are open. And then on the hour, the next one, shut down.
That's pretty tight.
If you see toilet paper on the ground, you're like, oh, what is happening? And it's like 73 in here, not 72. This is offensive. I paid for VIP.
I had a friend's wedding last year in the summer down in Charleston, and it was out in like a remote like plantation kind of thing. Like there wasn't even a building or anything. It was just basically an event space out in the woods, and they had one of these portable toilet truck trailer kind of things.
Good stuff.
And we all commented about how like the ceiling had what we kept calling the Sistine Chapel on it, because like they had a skylight in this damn thing. Like,
oh yeah.
And it was like the stained glass like ceiling light
it was
or whatever.
a stained glass one.
I mean, stained glass. It was clearly like a plastic bubble.
Doesn't
kind of
matter.
thing.
It had
But
colors.
With colored tin on it.
After all of us,
That's sweet.
yeah, 10 beers in, we're like, dude, did you see the Sistine Chapel in here?
That is a level I have not experienced.
Yeah. It had like quote air quotes, big air quotes, like marble floors. It was clearly just like linoleum, whatever. But like,
Yeah, but this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some.
the
high-end
countertops,
stuff.
I think, actually might have been real marble.
I've seen that where at least it's like granite or something. Like they'll put in like real stone.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, well, I'll be dang. Look at me not washing my hand. Just walking
I feel
back
so
out.
bougie not cleaning myself. after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I were to wash my hands, this would be a really nice place.
Exactly. I bet there's soap in that dispenser. But I'm going to go get some bourbon and pour it on my hand.
It's the best way.
That's
I need to look into like the bourbon list on that. I'd be curious to see what all it has.
It looks-
the music lineup alone is good as hell.
I look at so many festivals, and then something popped and it came up in my feed and was like, look at this lineup. I was like, oh great, another lineup.
So many festivals are like A+, B, B, E, G. I've never heard of. Like,
I think this festival is probably going to fall in like that C range when it comes to like festivals. Like I've been to Bonnaroo, I've been to things where it's like it's just done.
I'm talking about the lineup. Like they'll always have like whoever the hot ticket is, and then they have the drop off is
Yeah,
huge.
I feel like
Where
this is
I
like
feel
a
like that
B+
one. Yeah, I
lineup,
feel
so
like
to
that one.
I agree.
Is maybe not as many A's, but also not as many Z's. You know, like you're more towards the middle.
Greta Van Fleet, which like I don't know if either of y'all know about Greta Van Fleet,
No.
but that is our Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Like, that dude.
She
sings-
sounds hot.
It's a dude. And he's got that, you know, like in Workaholics, there's that dude with the long curly hair. He's got kind of like that hair. And so you're like I want to listen to this
His
jag
name's
off.
Blake.
Yeah, it looks like Blake. And he comes out and you're like I want to listen to this asshole. And
He shreds.
if I told you that this was a Led Zeppelin song that hadn't been released and played it for you, you'd be like, "Oh, that Led Zeppelin song's dope." He sounds just like Robert Plant.
Let's.
Prant too. He sounds like both of them combined. Prant and Plant.
I mean,
Prancer?
Led Zeppelin's pretty fucking epic.
And I'm not saying that lightly. Like they literally sound like Led Zeppelin.
There's a dude, you ever listen to, I'm going to think of the song now and not the band. The song is Joker and the Thief by, I'm going to look it up. But that, when you talk about like people that sound like Robert Plant, that dude to me has always sounded just like him.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'd check that out. But this lineup is not going to appeal to everyone. I have a funny feeling I'm going to go there.
Wolf Mother is the band.
Wolf Mother's Wales.
Oh no, it was a different God, not
But
Wolf Mother.
this lineup is not going to bring out the kids. I have a feeling like I'm not going to be the oldest guy there, which like when I go to Firefly.
I bet you'd be surprised because I bet there's a lot of names on there you don't know that are young people.
I promise you the Daisy Dukes will be out, you know, and the
It's
younger
Louisville Coachella.
Yeah, because they only have so much. But this particular venue, they do something called the Louder Than Life Festival the following weekend, and then they do the Bourbon and Beyond Festival. So a lot of people will buy tickets to both
Oh wow.
and do like a Coachella situation where they span weeks or a jazz fest. But the Louder Than Life is like the Metallicas of the world, Red Hot Chili
wow.
Peppers. So actually Pearl Jam would have actually fit more there. It's very interesting that they're...
Can I read you the bourbon list real quick? Because it's kind of crazy. Angel's Envy, Bardstown Bourbon, Basil Hayden's. Oh, shit. Don't go away. Bardstown Bourbon, Boone's Bourbon, Brothers Bond Bourbon, Bullet Bourbon, Cooper's Craft, Elijah Craig, Four Roses.
I mean, you just stop right there.
Huber's Starlight Distillery, Jack Daniels, Jefferson's, Kentucky Peerless, Larceny, Legion, Makers 46, Michter's, Middle West, Old Forester, Rabbit Hole, Resilient Bourbon, Stonehammer, Uncle Nearest, Wilderness Trail, and Woodford Reserve, and more to be announced.
Those are mostly upper mid to upper
Yeah.
level bourbons. Like most of those,
There's no
aren't-
slouches in there.
Yeah,
That's honestly kind of crazy. Like I said, I wanted to see what they had for that because
Seriously, only half of those were even able to make it to our under 60 list.
yeah,
Under $60 list.
yeah.
yeah.
And you get like the Uncle Nearest of the world. Like that stuff is
Have you had
fantastic.
any of that rabbit hole either?
I haven't had Rabbit Hole. They going to be there?
Yeah.
I'll have it.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff you can't even find around here.
No, you're in Louisville, so you're in the
Yeah.
heart of it. They're going to have all that stuff. Now, I'm an Angel's Envy guy. Like that is my
No, you're
absolute.
a Four Roses guy.
Four Roses will be there and Angel's Envy be there. You know what?
Yeah.
We're going to have a taste.
At all.
We're going to have a taste off. My wife will be like, it's 2:00. Why are you
Yeah.
peeing yourself?
They have a thing in here called
Oh no! Someone peed in my pants!
Again.
the Silver Dollar, the Silver Dollar Hunters Club. Bourbon aficionados take a wander into the Silver Dollars Hunter Club, a place to sip and savor rare, vintage, and experimental expressions. And I'm looking through just like an ongoing list of
Oh, it's insane.
like unbelievable bourbons. We're talking like 25, 30-year bourbons.
They got Pappies in there.
1974 Old Weller Antique. Like, what the fuck?
And the funny thing is that when I'm drunk, money becomes kind of Monopoly-esque to me.
It's very fake.
Well, especially when you're doing something epic, you don't want to cut corners. You're like, I'm already 90% into this. Why,
Yeah.
not go full out?
Like, I think I'm a Michter's guy, but I don't know that because I can't afford Michter's.
There's 14 Four
We didn't like
Roses-
the Mictors. We tried.
Did we do a Michter's?
Didn't we do a
Yeah, we
Michter's?
did a Michter's.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It didn't.
It
make
was it was their lowest, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
Michter's.
They have 20 different varieties of Four Roses that they're going to have.
Yeah. And they won our whole thing.
Yeah.
I could literally go in a coma just at the Four Roses tent.
Weller 12-year, Old Rip Van Winkle, Van Winkle Special 12-year, Pappy Van Winkle
hear that?
15, Pappy Van
hear
Winkle
that?
20, Pappy Van Winkle 23, Old Rip Van Winkle 25.
You can't find this stuff, and they're just gonna have it soaking in the heat.
So
You see what I did there?
now I'm definitely in.
That's very, very intriguing. I'll be curious to look into this a little bit more.
I think you guys should go. We could do a podcast from there.
That would be
now,
dope.
man.
We could even get on a stage. Oh no, they won't let us bring the equipment in. Well, no, press.
They'll have it.
Press passes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
That
4 or
would
5
be
months
awesome.
to figure it out.
That would be awesome.
Could you imagine? Great time.
I mean, nowadays everybody has a podcast, and you probably could, like, if you put the effort in, you can probably find a way to, like, I want to interview so and so, and you want to have them on the podcast.
They have 2 stages that is for things like that, specifically where it's podcasts, it's chefs in the area, it's the head distillers. They come in, they give like talks. I wonder if we could
we could run down our bourbon
Yeah,
challenge.
absolutely.
and,
what I'm saying,
That's the
like,
tie-in right there.
Send that in and be like, yeah, this is what we do.
yeah,
We solve first world problems and love Kentucky.
yeah.
I'm sure they'll love the ones where it's like, this bourbon's fucking good, right?
Yeah. And we're like, Michter's could suck my ass. Like, no, that's
Four
we don't know who
Roses
that-
will
we-
like it.
We fired that guy off the podcast.
actually, you know what? That's who you go in with.
Yeah,
You go straight to Four Roses.
yeah.
And see if we can get on the stage.
Because how many bourbons did we try? Like
18.
18. Be like Four Roses. We drank 18 bourbons, and yours was the runaway.
It's worth doing. Yeah, I'm excited because this is like therapy for my wife and I. This is always. We'll
It's
like
always been
each
something
other.
y'all look forward to.
Absolutely. It'll buy us another year.
Hit the reset button.
I want to check out the one down in Charleston that they just had this past weekend, that High Water Fest.
Highwater Fest looks awesome.
Always
every
looks cool
year.
shit. And I feel like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I need to buy tickets for that. And then the moment I go to look for it, they're already sold out for tickets.
That's the problem with festivals.
Yeah.
They sell out 6 months in advance, and people don't even know about it.
Yeah.
But so my youngest daughter kind of was giving me a hard time. She's like, I want to go to a festival, and you guys are just going to leave me at home. And I finally was like, all right, look, this one's mom and me. Like, we got stuff to do.
Yeah. You're going to Coachella next year.
No, I told her, I said, you and I will look at lineups of festivals next year.
You know which one you got to take her to?
Probably High Water.
No, Floyd Fest.
Well, yeah, Floyd
Floyd
Fest
Fest
is
would
the
be
easy
dope.
money.
It's kid friendly.
Yeah, but
you have
she-
friends that go every year with their kids.
But she's looking for bands that she knows, so I have to find that festival that's going to touch on a little bit of the
most
youth.
festivals don't have a lot of bands, like, and that's the cool part of it. You get to see new stuff. You got to settle
She
on
just
that.
needs one anchor. But I'm saying she
Yeah.
needs one anchor. Like she wanted to go to Fireflight this year because Halsey's there, and she's like,
that'd be
"That's."
dope.
She's like, "That's my show."
Dude, you do not want her at any adult style
Hell
festival. Dude.
no. She's always like, Dad, I mean, you don't drink. Like, you seem fine. I'm like, yeah, I mean, for the most
It's a
part.
good thing you have an early bedtime daughter.
Yeah,
No, because I'm not.
you don't want her seeing,
You don't want to see
16-year-old
festival
girls
dad.
Festival Dad at 11 o'clock.
Well, you don't want her
It's a
seeing
nightmare.
16-year-old, 18-year-old girls with their ass hanging out and crop tops.
That's what I'm saying. I need to find the right. That's why I told her. I said, we're going to look at festivals. I have to agree. You have to agree. We'll find one. I'm sure it's out there where they'll be like, Pink will play one night, but then the rest of the time it's like the Wobbles or whatever.
Wiggles.
The Wiggles. There we go. Barney. Like, something that'll.
I don't know if there's
work.
really a lot of kid-friendly festivals.
I feel like you just almost have to do like the daytime portion and like kick out before it gets too late.
Precisely.
But
That's
if
the-
she wants the anchor, then that's not going to happen.
Well, you get one night. You get one night of the anchor, but
Yeah, but you
typically-
don't want to be. There's no anchor you want your kids around at night.
No, I agree. Once the glow sticks come out, all bets are off.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. When the girls show up and they have fucking angel wings and glitter on their face.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh boy, don't touch them.
Yeah.
They're full of fentanyl.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Yeah, no, I agree, and
She'd
that's
be
why,
exposed to a whole lot of new things. She'd learn something.
oh, she'll learn something. But at the same time, like, you kind of want to be there to help them with that. You don't want to
You don't want to like send them out into the wild
Yeah, but-
untested.
Yeah.
Your oldest daughter, I mean, in 3 or 4 years, you'd be able to take her to an adult, style festival.
So, I'm gonna,
maybe
it
wait.
probably will be
maybe
a
wait.
Floyd Fest.
Yeah.
It probably will be a Floyd Fest, something like that, where it is very kid friendly.
Yeah.
Families are everywhere, but I do think she needs to experience it. I just got to find the right one. Like Carbon Leaf does one that's out of like a state park over here.
Uh-huh.
It's very mellow.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
But that's not the festival that she's.
Well, that's why I'm not
looking-
taking her to
yeah.
Bourbon and Beyond.
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to see Dad drinking.
That's going to be a train wreck, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see like passed out like cold motherfuckers.
Rednecks, too.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want her around
Yeah.
fat rednecks.
Could be a lot of dip spitting and.
From Dad. That's the problem, You're like, Dad, your lip looks like you got stung by a bee.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. They're having a bourbon festival in the bourbon capital of the world, and they're kind of leaning into the redneck music genre without like just straight going Toby Keith. Like,
Well, I think in years past they probably did, and they're trying to like
Class
make
it up a little?
more mainstream. Obviously, they had 2 years of money in escrow, and
It
they
feels
went
like-
deep.
Like I've almost, to your point, Troy, that they could have leaned in like really hard country, and
Yeah.
I'm happy that they didn't because it's much more like southern rock sounds.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Southern rock and blues,
Yeah.
with a little country.
Absolutely. There's still gonna be a little
but
bit
you
in
get
there.
like Chris Stapleton country, which I have preached many a time on here. Like, this is the country people should be listening to, not the Florida Georgia line
Yeah.
bullshit.
Pop
Well,
country.
you and I were talking about this the other day, and I haven't had a chance. You gifted me that bottle of rum.
Have you tried it?
I have not. I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting.
Oh.
I kind of want a special occasion, or I want to sit down and enjoy it. I don't want to.
You don't need a special occasion.
I don't want to use it to drink. Like, I want to use it to like enjoy.
You should put it on the rocks one night and just try it. It's the Saint Teresa 1798, I believe.
So
Ew.
bourbon is like
Don't show me girls in denim skirts. I find that disgusting.
bourbon is like the hip and cool thing now. We need to get ahead of the curve
Rum,
and go and get down.
because gin is already going through its revitalization.
And gin sucks.
Nah,
don't-
I love a good gin.
Gin sucks.
Gin is what you make of it. You can distill so many different herbs and essences in it. You can
And no
make
one
it-
likes that.
Oh, I love a good gin.
Most people do not.
But rum is not getting it.
Everyone
doesn't have
likes
its day.
sugar. not everyone wants plants in their.
So think about it though. Like gin's going through it's got a little revitalization.
Rum hasn't had it yet.
Tequila and mezcal.
Yep, that mezcal used to be
blew up
the foot of tequila.
Now it's blown up.
Yeah,
bourbon's obviously the hot shit. Rum.
And I think rum's coming around.
I got it this year. Rum off.
We need to be rum guys. We need to get ahead of the curve.
Let's do it.
It's coming up on summertime, prime rum drinking time.
Now I can't do 18 rums. I just don't have it in me.
We become Richmond's foremost
pare it
rum
down.
podcast.
But could we do
16.
No, 9?
Have you had, speaking of rums,
Yeah,
in Richmond,
three rounds of 3.
Or you could do. No, you'd have to do. So 12. Let's do 12 rums. I can't do 18 rums.
that's fine. Have you had Virago's rum?
I have not.
I have a bottle of it inside.
It's pretty tasty.
It's pretty tasty, but I have this. I got a new rum.
Okay.
Got my new jam, the St. Teresa.
Yeah, but is this something people can find is under $60?
Oh no, this
Yeah.
is the Angel's Envy of rum.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I've got inside? Angel's Envy soaked in rum barrels.
See, I don't know.
It's
if
perfection.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's it tastes like Angel's Envy, but with brown sugar. It's heavenly. They'll have it at Bourbon and Beyond. I'll see you there. We'll try it. We'll try it there. You'll love it.
Rum's got to come around though.
It has to. It's been around forever. It's got a very distinct flavor, and you can age it now 6 different ways.
Yeah.
You can do all these different things. They're doing it in different casks. They make rums now that are soaked in
It's a
bourbon
great
barrels.
mixer.
Yeah, it's
And like you said, it's a great summer mixer too. In a lot of good islandy type drinks.
Yep.
but they've got you
And you
got
associate rum with fun. Like if
Yeah.
it's a rum drink, you're like, what the hell? We're at a beach somewhere. We're doing something cool.
doing some Jack Sparrow shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
hell
how
yeah.
you know it's not the
We're
1400s.
fucking
It's
pirates.
yeah, in the 1700s, you did not associate rum with fun. We were fucking pillaging.
philandering and
Yeah, it was not.
mutiny.
It was not associated with
I don't think any alcohol was.
Back then, you had drank it to stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like
Ward off diseases.
Kenny
and-
Chesney and Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very different vibe that rum's gotten.
Good for them. I
yeah,
think
not mad about it.
we're calling it though.
Let's call our shot. Let's
This
do
is the rum
Yeah.
summer of.
The summer of rum.
Summer of rum.
Oh boy, I'm excited. I already feel.
Do you remember how
hungover.
much you were dreading the bourbon challenge at the end though?
Dude, I still have that entire liquor cabinet over there is completely full of bourbons. Inside my house, there's bourbons across. It's way too much bourbon, and I can't even drink because I'm not I like to.
Did your Four Roses guy?
But oh, dude, I do drink. I do drink some Four Roses lately. I tell you, that stuff's pretty tasty. But I drink bourbon like I'd like a glass of bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to drink a lot of bourbon.
Yeah, I don't sit there and just drink bourbon till September. But right now, it's just I'll drink a glass of bourbon and then kind of go back to my thing, or a glass of scotch, and then just
Great for a fire pit. Great for cooking out.
yeah,
But it's all right, here's my one. I'm ready for bed.
yeah. If I have more than 2, it's a different ball.
Toasty.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not great.
You I'll kick your coverage pretty quick.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
My special teams unit is weak.
Yeah.
They are not good at that stuff.
Yeah, I did that. I had a bunch of dad. Did I tell the story? I came home early from spring break because I had something to go to on a Saturday. So I came home Friday night and I shot a dad text out to all the neighborhood dads.
Oh, you told this off the air. You haven't
Yeah.
told this on the air.
So I sent out Monday. I was like, hey, FYI, I'll be in town Friday night, by myself. The wife and kids and dog will be gone if anybody wants to grab a drink.
Which you may
know.
as well put up the bat signal in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, my parents are out of
Party at
town.
my house.
I'd
But
like to keep it small.
But there's 12 total guys on the text, but
Yeah,
one guy responded yes.
But all 12 of them got 12 dudes too.
Well,
Yeah, and the
no.
truth is, 12 is 8 more than you need.
So one guy said yes, and one guy said maybe. Of all the 12,
Oh, so you're thinking this is perfect.
I'm like, shit, this is gonna be lame. It's just gonna be me and one dude sitting around.
Just jerking each other off.
Yeah.
Like, what?
So then,
Quick game of soggy biscuit.
literally, I got home, and then 8 dudes showed up, and then another one showed up. So we had 9 total dads out of the 12 of the text there.
I like that he ran the math. He goes, 8 dudes showed up, and then one more, and then his
And then
eyes
his
went up.
Just flickering a little bit.
Well, I
could've
really don't
handled that one.
remember the end of the night, so I don't really know how many were
Oh, it
total.
got weird.
But I wanted to get it right because some of them are listeners and they'll call me on it. But everybody showed up with a bottle, and we were just cross, like, try this. Like, I passed out on the couch. Like, it was
like college
bad.
times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do love how you're like, yo, my friends will call me out on it, listeners or whatever. Like, nobody holds me accountable for anything I say on this podcast. I'm just a wild card.
So your
take
friends
advantage
don't
of it.
listen.
No, they do. But nobody's like, how's a dumb thing you said, Lee?
So why is that?
I don't know. I'm
You're
perfect.
the fucking abacus.
Exactly.
You fucked up from jump. I mean, that's literally how you got your
Because it can
nickname.
only go up from there.
I guess that's it. You set the bar so low. You know, he set up a limbo bar and then started doing the high jump.
Yep. He can clear that. It's 8 inches off the ground.
Okay.
All I'm saying is it's good that you got people to put you in your place.
Yeah.
Brendan clearly does.
Everywhere.
Starting with us.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of leeway.
No.
Leeway.
I see what you did there.
No, he's the abacus. We're not changing his nickname now.
The abacus
I
way.
do appreciate that Boo Boo doesn't know my real name. Well, I guess he probably does, but
Yeah, he told you. He told
he's my cousin.
He told the abacus to go fuck himself, which is great. That's what you want.
Yeah.
We should all have nicknames. I wish I'd started with a nickname.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this is great.
I mean, Troy's got Audio Dreamboat.
Yep.
It can't be better than that.
Now, my daughter is not a listener.
I would hope not.
But I must
That
have
would
said,
change everything about what we've been doing.
I must have said this enough times around the house. We're playing this stupid game where it's like a word comes up on a phone, and if you push
you put it up on your forehead?
yeah, and you put it down, you missed it. Put it up, you got it right.
Yeah. So the person holding the phone doesn't see the word, and
Yes.
but you're the guesser trying, and they're acting it out, and you're
Yeah.
trying to guess it.
So this
Catchphrase.
weekend, the word athlete comes up,
Nice.
and I look at my youngest daughter and I go, "I've been referred to as a world class," and she goes, "Athlete." And my wife goes, "What?" And I was like, "Got it." I couldn't
Bingo,
believe it.
bango.
Like it hit. I've been referred to as a world class athlete, Dad. Yeah. All right, next. It was
She gets her dad.
probably one of the greatest moments of the weekend.
Game knows
That's
game.
Game respects game.
Real
Yeah.
recognized real.
That's right.
That was a weird moment because I had gotten I got a stereo put in the back of the 4Runner, and it's like
Yeah, I'm gonna see that.
I'm digging on this stereo, right? Like I finally had it put in because I've been running off of like 2 blown speakers in the back and 1 in the front.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
real
bad.
bad.
It was bad.
Like
And I-
you get up to speed, you can't really even hear.
Can't hear
what's-
anything.
Yeah.
So I finally was like, I'm investing in this stereo, and the kids were inside screaming. The wife was screaming. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I hadn't had anything to drink. I was like, I'm gonna go outside and have a beer on the tailgate, like a man. Drop the tailgate off my
What
truck.
men do in the neighborhood.
And I'm sitting out there and I've got the music on coming out of the truck, so the neighbors are
Carly
loving
Rae
me.
Jepsen is blasting.
Did you get a new head unit too, or just speakers?
Yep, new head unit.
Nice.
And I
Does it have
couldn't.
a remote?
It does not have a remote, but it can be controlled from my phone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got a remote.
Yeah.
But so I'm out there and I'm drinking a 22-ounce Stella because they didn't have any Heineken
Yeah.
at any of the places. Why is this
And
not?
God forbid Stella make a normal amount of beer in a bottle or can.
Yeah, so I got 22-ounce Stella. And so I'm sipping a 22-ounce Stella like a grown man on the tailgate of my truck in the neighborhood, blasting music. And neighbors are
Your
like,
neighbors love you.
this dude's so cool. Well, then my wife comes walking out, and she sees me sitting on the tailgate, and she thinks to herself, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Pours herself a glass of wine, comes out, sits down on the tailgate. All of a sudden, the kids come out. And they're like hanging out. So now I've got both dogs in the bed of the truck. I've got my wife there, and I've got 2 kids running around. And then they're like, well, we should play this game. And I was like, yeah, why the hell not? For 3 hours, I pump music in the driveway, staring at the neighbors while the kids are screaming, the dogs are running around.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah,
You're the worst.
Saturday.
Saturday was
Suburban Saturday night.
That was a great day for that kind of activity, though. The weather was perfect for that.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was
I was like,
beautiful
I want to sit on a tailgate,
Wasn't
sip a
hot.
beer.
Yeah.
That was real nice.
And my daughter knew what a world-class athlete.
Well,
What is
your
that?
reputation precedes you.
Is that what kind of bug was that? You all
It was
just
a
panicked.
massive moth.
Fucking
Okay, that's
attack
fine.
with
Took my wallet.
So,
How big it
big
was.
enough to fly away
Yeah.
with it.
but he doesn't have a stinger.
Yeah, we don't know. It's coming back this way. Look at the size.
Do you know
of
that
thing.
bees can't fly in the dark?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they go racing home at sundown. It has something to do with their direction.
Mm-hmm. So if you ever watch, like I saw a video recently where
I saw the bee
bees-
movie and I don't remember that.
Yeah, late nights 5.
They're very much on like the senior citizen plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to be home before dark.
It's funny when I had Seinfeld on the other day and my boys were like, "That's the guy from the bee movie." I was like, "Yep, that's him."
That's terrible that your kids only know Jerry Seinfeld from that.
What else would they? Seinfeld's been
I
off
know.
there
Yeah, he's
since
been off forever,
'98.
so, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, your kids are like, I've been a master of my own domain for 10 years. Only people over.
But what
30
were you
got
saying
that
about
reference.
So I saw a video recently of they had bees in like a plexiglass thing in like a lab, and they flick the lights off, and they have like an infrared camera.
Yeah.
And literally the bees are like flying around, lights on, and the lights come off, and they go just drop to the ground. Yeah.
It's crazy.
They just don't know what to do when it gets dark.
That's wild. I had no idea.
Yeah, you never see bees flying around.
Yeah,
at night.
you don't. You
No,
don't.
I had seen that same video and I was like, "What the hell?" And I still don't understand the science behind
So
it.
it should be blind as a bee, not blind as a bat.
'cause bats
fly around at night all the time, and they can see. They just
Well, they
use
can't see.
No, they can, but they use sonar to help. But it's not like they're blind; they have eyes.
yeah.
But bees, you turn the
poorly
lights off, and they just fall to the ground. Like,
Yeah.
what if humans did that? You hit the lights and you just drop. Like,
Oh, I
can't move.
believe my wife has a little bee in her.
She does
narcolepsy.
follow the sun.
No, she dude, absolutely. The sun is up. That woman is a blast. The sun goes down. She's like, "Well, I am
I will
exhausted.
see you tomorrow."
Yeah, I am done.
The day is. She's a farmer.
Yeah, sunrise is at 5:55 tomorrow, and I'll get you then.
Yeah, she's up at 5:45, like ready for that sunrise. That's
She's
just
like a reverse vampire.
yeah. She's the light.
The night kills her.
The moon. The moon. Yeah, moon and water kill her.
Yeah.
She's like a gremlin.
Yeah. Can't feed her after midnight.
Nah,
Can't
dude.
get her wet.
Never feed her.
Yeah, you get it. That's a you problem, though.
No. Biological.
Can you soak a gremlin?
Brandon's going to find out.
Gonna learn today.
Restraint. Restraint is what I'm using right now
Fair.
because they're so small. I can't even.
They can't consent.
Well, they don't speak English. Can't say yes or no.
Well, are you talking about the
Morse
Mog?
code.
What is it? The
Mogwai.
Mogwai is the pre-gremlin.
I'm not even going to go down this road. I'm just not.
Brendan,
Yeah.
would you fuck a gremlin?
Or a Mogwai.
There's that one.
The sexy gremlin.
Yeah, she's got the fishnets.
Yeah. She's asking for
The
it.
extra
No,
hooker
I
you
didn't
want?
say that. I didn't say that. Putting
Said it
words.
with your eyes.
Now I could promise you this. I would eat a gremlin.
Whoa. Whoa.
Where do you
Now
think that
we're going a different way?
would rank? Like manatee, gremlin, ortolan. Like, where's that fall?
Yeah, I am certain ortolan number 1.
Yeah,
Because people literally just eat the bones. That's got to be
that's
fucking.
how fucking gnarly.
When
they
it's
go.
so tasty that you're like, you don't have to debone it.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing.
When it's so good, you go back to your reptile brain and you just like put the whole entire thing, bones and all, in my mouth.
So that's up there.
So
Now,
they talk about too with the shroud thing, like you're supposed to like veil your view from God and all that stuff,
Yeah,
but
but
also
the
to the
stink,
aromas.
the stink.
But it also helps you cover up when you're spitting out the tiny bones as you're chewing.
I'm not spitting out
this
any
thing
bone.
doesn't sound good.
Oh,
It
it's
really
good.
No,
doesn't.
I would do the shit out of it.
Dude, it's the best. But between Mogwai and manatee, that's a tough choice. Now, it would come down to how hungry I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm a glutton. So, like, if
You
I'm
got to defer that
starving,
Mogwai.
and if I'm starving, I want a manatee steak, like a big
Yeah.
96
Yeah.
ounce steak. You know what I mean?
Tomahawk
Yeah.
manatee.
Yeah, like I want the whole damn thing.
And the T-shirt to go with it.
But if I've like already had like an app,
But if I'm a peckish, you know,
Yeah.
need a little
I'll
snack.
have you got a little time.
then I might try a Mogwai.
It's going to take you long to prepare it.
The best thing is, dude, I drip a little water on my Mogwai. Feed me tomorrow. Multiply.
Got the gremlins.
Yeah, dude. And that like young Mogwai, like the day old, like the veal
Oh, yeah.
Mogwai. Real nice, Clark.
I regret asking you that question.
No, you don't.
I really don't. This is where I shine. Just as the night goes on, I just start asking you random shit.
Oh, we should have shut this off.
Oh yeah,
half an
this
hour
is
ago.
yeah. We've gone way too
Can
long.
we shut this
Yes,
down?
This
yeah.
is my prime time.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We'll save you for another day.
Fair.
You can come back when Stu talks about the fact that he's been on literally every continent in the last month.
Oh my gosh,
Good for him.
He's gonna have some stories.
Will he?
I
though?
doubt it.
I didn't say good stories. I said he's gonna have stories.
Oh yeah, I took a flight. It actually wasn't that great, but we got drinks, and then got to London and
He went to the pub where they film Ted Lasso.
which is good.
Kind of cool.
All right, so what do you think will be his best story, or what do you think will be the thing he talks?
What's the highlight?
He went to a premiere game, or I assume it's a Premier League game.
You know
It was
what?
a cup game, but yeah.
That's probably going to be it.
That is dope.
That's going to be the.
When he sent the
that's gonna
pictures
be
of that, I was like, that's pretty tight.
yeah.
that's going to be.
I'm
his-
glad he did that at least.
Yeah, I feel like you would have to do that, right? Like if you happen to be there where there was a game going on, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Do the thing.
a
in the
match, I
place.
should say. Sorry,
Yeah.
Terrence.
That's going to be his highlight. That'll be his highlight.
Sorry, Terrence.
Yeah, he gets all pissy.
I'm no longer. I don't say anything bad. He's from Liverpool,
Yeah.
Ireland Light.
Oh, we're
Free from the oppressors.
Richmond's number one Liverpool
But
podcast.
yes, the closest thing to Ireland is Liverpool in Britain.
Yeah. Ugh. Can you imagine?
Nah, I've been. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Very oppressive.
I mean, their best food is fucking shawarma. It's not even from there.
Or fish and chips.
Is that the best food?
I mean, yes, I think it is. My coworker is actually from Britain, and he has been trying for the last 8 months that I've been at this job to get me to eat beans on toast. I'm like, dog, we got to step this up. Like, Britain is especially known for beige foods on top of other beige foods.
That's about as beige as it gets.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's a hobo's.
and he
fucking
swears by it.
lunch.
And I've been like, all right, are you? This is just a bit, right?
Like
you're just
like standard beans on standard toast.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
that's
can't
some,
taste like anything.
that's some British shit right
Yeah.
there. And with tea to class
How
it
do you
up.
eat it with
Yeah.
a knife and fork?
You have to.
Yeah, like it would.
Just like sop it all up.
So is it like?
They
Is it
just
like
blend
the,
it? Those toothless fucks.
just throw it in a blender and serve it in a smoothie. Could you?
Is it the British version of biscuits and gravy, basically?
I could see that, I guess.
Yeah,
But I
except
would
it's not
absolutely
gravy
take
and
biscuits
it's
and
not
gravy
a
over.
Except
Yeah,
the
it's not
toast
beans
is in biscuits
On
and
white
gravy
bread
is in-
first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
See, fucking Brits, dude.
They're strange.
That's why we left.
know what we got over here? Pigs and like
Yeah.
bacon.
Yeah. First chance we got, we were like, get out of here. We'll dump your tea, you dorks.
yeah,
And that offended them enough to go, we should fight.
yeah. You don't like tea?
Dare you?
I will kill you. You don't drink tea, you will die.
Yeah, no, we won't.
Oh no, I'm trying to break him of all of his habits at this point.
Good luck. How about give him some habits like brushing
Yeah, but
teeth?
he's from there,
He is, yeah.
so he has a right. Every American jerk off. Not you, Brendan. You're not like this at all. Who claims wherever the hell they're from? I want to punch them in the mouth.
But
Yeah.
not me.
Not you.
No,
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 no.
It's hard to be mad at a Canadian
Yeah, exactly. They're
I'm Irish.
They're so nice.
by way of Canada.
American.
America's hat.
I was born in America, damn it.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Cursed with an Irish name
I didn't know that.
and a Canadian persona.
As much Ireland talk as I've heard, I would have thought you were born over there.
Really? Because Took, that's clearly Canadian.
Again, still not American.
I still say cheers
Yeah.
at the end of everything like I'm Irish.
Yeah.
I wear toques like I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
It's a real mixing bowl.
Your favorite
Really.
college is Arizona.
Yeah. And I smoke
You love the
briskets
Bulls
like an
and
American.
Bears.
You say it like it doesn't add up.
You love the Capitals. They're your favorite hockey team.
The funny thing is when you put all these dots, it looks like a perfect linear projection to me. You say it like it's the flight of the bumblebee, but it's fucking literally a straight line of
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Could it be any other ways?
I don't see how it
Yeah.
could. I don't see how it could.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a more random team or thing or place that you would be like associated with.
I'm a Liverpool guy.
Yeah, but again, we talked about that. They're like champions of freedom of Ireland.
It's the one.
Yeah.
This is where the ferry drops
That's what I'm
off.
saying. I'm trying to think of like a random one that would be like, all right, that one doesn't make sense, but all the ones that you do have do make sense.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of like. I'm pretty brand loyal. I've proven that.
When those Yeti chairs coming in?
Yeah, Yeti's Texas. That doesn't make sense.
It's true. You gonna get the Yeti chairs for the
Yeah,
festival?
but it's expensive.
No, I can't. I can't get that. And they won't let us bring chairs in this year.
Oh.
You have to rent chairs inside.
There they go.
racket.
That's
I'm
the
not sitting
moneymaker.
down anyway.
That's a racket. In 2019, you can bring a chair in, one chair a person. Now they're trying to make it more ooptis with more fiddle.
No, they're trying to make more money is what they're trying to make.
Yeah. Well, America.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
You can rent this chair for $20 a day.
I've been like doing this podcast for 2 hours.
Yeah, we could have ended a long time ago.
So
But our producer has to keep going. That's what he does.
I hit the button. No one knows it. It's in the background because I produced the heck out of that.
Oh, wow.
But it's there.
Oh,
That's right.
We're at the festival
are
already.
you a
Yeah.
DJ?
I don't think Taylor would appreciate that.
Thank you guys so.
Oh,
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to get a mortgage, well, rates are at 5%. You fucked up. No, that's a horrible plug.
I don't think you would appreciate that.
No, honestly, it's a complicated process, and Jimmy will take care of you. Head over to Screen Door Mortgage. He will take care of you.
Best person in the world, I heard earlier.
That's young Jimmy.
All right, fuck that guy then.
No, Atlanta Jim is respect. You got it twisted, but
That
damn
sounds
it.
about right.
You just made me split Jimmy's. I don't even know what else to say. If you haven't had a chance to head over to the Facebook page or something, do it. Rank and review the show, subscribe, all that stuff. If you do have topics, please send them in to insidethepallethouse@gmail.com. And if you have far too much discretionary money, Troy has set up a Venmo account.
At Inside the Pallet House on Venmo.
And we would love to accept your money for all this quality content. Someone's got to pay for these boards and the 2 bottles of bourbon we sent to Boo Boo. Because Boo Boo, you're all right in my book.
TBD.
Said the average.
See you at the family reunion.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty long podcast, don't you think?
Oh no! Someone peed in my pants!
Objection! Hearsay!
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point, click, 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 it's real easy.
That was a pretty manatee podcast, don't you think?
Was manatee heavy.
Richmond's foremost manatee informational podcast.
Dude, we got manatee facts.
At least 3 of them.
Yeah. And we've established that if you're hungry, it tastes better than mogwai. Which is a first world problem and like an Eastern problem because I believe that the mogwai
Yeah.
comes from Asia. I don't know.
One would assume. Need to do some more research on that part.
I'm just basing it on the fact that the old man bought it in Chinatown.
Fair.